Okay. We are here. How's everybody doing? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Yeah. Final thing set up. Here. Getting nice and cozy real quick. We'll let everyone get in before we start going too crazy. Added 9 rooms / updates to my survival build in the last 2 days. Holy moly. I mean, you sure you don't want to finish it before you do a tour, man? Go really ham? Hello, Yorichi. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Let's see. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? My hands are frozen. Ugh. How do I get rid of the ads? You either get YouTube Premium or on there you sub to the channel. 'Tis the only way, my friend. I'm sorry. Hello, Travis. Welcome in, Mango, by the way. Slumber, welcome in as well.
My troops will pay you a visit. I hope you'll put up a fight.
She's gonna get me. Don't do it, lady. Please don't do it. Welcome in, Green Dino. I mean, if you really want to be in, Ducky, you can, but I always prefer that you finish your base. Not that everyone has to finish bases, but you've had a lot of tours, so I prefer that you push yourself to that next level and show us something truly epic and not just rush for more tours. Oh, the airship? Which one's that? The big airship? Well, well, well. Shep is back again. Timber's live. Tell a friend. What's up, Shep? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Raider, welcome in as well. Impasta, hey. Try small lands. Gets grounded with more tames, grapple hooks, wings. Wings with flight capability, rideability, birds, grasshoppers, and spiders. Size of building, better building. I have looked into it. It wasn't. I don't like the art style of it very much, personally. It doesn't have very good viewership as well, especially compared to Grounded. Maybe eventually, but in terms of a game about being shrunken down the size of bugs and small creatures, I've just enjoyed Grounded more. It's almost like too realistic. I just enjoy the art style more of Grounded personally. Not that Small Lands is bad by any means. But I wish the viewership was way better on it too. But I'm already juggling. My bigger issue is I'm juggling 2 building games at this point. Enshrouded and Grounded, and that's already a whole lot to try to build in with. I find it very difficult to build in more than 2 games. So it always makes it hard to decide between them all, and my viewership's just in Grounded for the most part, so that's kind of where we are. I just barely got Axel Spear. I've heard it's pretty good, though. I've heard it's pretty good. Welcome in, Dean. Good morning. Oh, good night. Been enjoying the hell out of Palworld, yep, but I've been on a real Grounded kick lately. I've heard good things about Palworld. I haven't played it myself, but it did look pretty interesting. Have you seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Yeah, for sure. Yep. Ducky, I don't know if you shared it with me. I don't think I saw it. If that's the one you want to show off, just share it with me real quick, and we can do that one. I have a feeling if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 or 8, you would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd be 6th tonight if we went. We had a couple people asked to go next week. One person who hadn't shared. And then a couple people further down the list, but about 6 or so. We have a couple backups if we needed to, but those people wanted a little more time as well, so we'll see. But if you share it now, that's a good start. It's growing out my stash to match you. Clean shave, looking fresh. Yeah, I had an interview. With this, with like a county job, and had to shave it. Sad world. Sad world. Pokemon with guns and slavery. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting concept of a game. It takes everything I know about Pokemon and says, throw that out the window. This is not that. But it is Pokemon. Looked like it's shared. Okay. I have so many worlds, it's so hard to keep track of everything that it's hard to know who shared what unless I've written it down. Checked out my latest project in Discord. I think I saw some pictures of it, I believe. Looks like it'll be a fun one. Big old build. Welcome in a Thief as well. Gonna make a spider-themed base where Axel is by. That could be really interesting. Hello, Rock Me as well. Welcome, welcome. I don't think you shared your world with me, Rock Me. Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I have so many worlds, but I don't think I saw it. May be able to build in the light in it. Yeah, you can build. How do you build in it? Like the things let you clip into it, but you can't get in it, can you? I guess you could like use the chair glitch thing, right? Maybe that's what you're saying. Once I do, would like me to show you my base in Small World. Yeah, we have had a couple people do in our Discord. So for everyone that is here, if you're not part of the Discord, we have a build inspirations section in there that you can post your builds in, whatever game you want. Doesn't have to be anything specific, doesn't have to be one of the games we have a channel for. But if you want to post those, you can post updates and keep us all updated if you're not going to do base tours, or if it's in a game that we're not doing, it's not grounded, so we won't be doing base tours of other games really, unless it's maybe Enshrouded. That is a great place to post pictures, and you can post as many pictures as you want in your own thread. You can make multiple threads if you're building in multiple games. You can kind of do whatever you want. Hope the pup is doing good. He is doing great. He's doing great. He just doesn't like being up here. But for tours, I prefer not to have him up anyways, because it's just one more big thing on the screen anyways, so it gets distracting. Hello, Monk. Welcome in. Oh, ads. Yep. I did not. I have a lot of work to do. Cool. No worries, Rock Me. I just had, I remembered you reaching out, so I was just trying to get anyone and everyone that wanted to be on the list. But yeah, no problem taking your time. There's no rush whatsoever. Adding a lot and expanding and changing out a lot of materials for the mushroom brick. Sounds good. That's the hope. Like, we're gonna have some slightly older bases. From the most part, most of these people have like started messing with the new materials and new things, but as we get further into the time to allow people to build with the new stuff, we will definitely be seeing some cool new things. Your Wi-Fi's dying? That's unfortunate. Browsing your previous base tour videos, and it's inspiring me to want to actually try and make something that isn't a collection of junk sprawled out like a Sunday morning garbage sale. That's the inspiration, right? I always hope. It doesn't have to be a huge scale like I build, but I always hope that people kind of take the detail levels and the ideas to a different level through the inspiration they see in these. What's up, Lude? Welcome in. Lurk away, my friend. Lurk away. All good. Those rocks right by your base, one of them can glitch through them. Oh, interesting. The rocks? Like those? The like stone wall thing, I'm guessing? I would assume. That'd be crazy to build inside there in this base eventually. It'd be kind of fun. You've never hated lint more in your life? Welcome to the lint grind. It's horrible. I love burr, but as you can see, it's been a grind. We got 3 and a little more stacks off stream the other night. I've just been grinding off stream to get as much as I possibly can, which, yeah, while we're here, let's not waste any time. Oh, and that's all we had. Yep, that sounds about right. Try to spend a little bit of time each day grinding some of the materials, because this thing's going to be so much work getting all the lint and stuff. But I refuse to use anything but burr. Long story. No, not Sir Luderev. Joining the Discord sounds good. Feel like the building is better, but I like easy builds. You definitely don't have to. You definitely don't have to build on the huge side. I think you can build really, really cool things. Like there's a couple bases we've shown. If you haven't seen all the base tours on the channel, I know some people had said you were working your way through them. But if you haven't checked them out, there's some really cool builds that are on a very small scale. Like a dandelion base that looks really, really nice. There's a handful of bases that are just like really small, just get the job done kind of bases that are really cool. Finished completing my 259 pine chest storage library in the crafting area. Yeah, that is going to be the bane of my existence. These things are expensive, but they look so good. They look so much better than normal chests. It's just like, how do you not use these? But between the burr floors, because I mean, this thing's going to have like 20 stories or something by the end of it. I don't know how many, that's an exaggeration, but it's going to have a lot of stories. It's going to have a lot of burr and a lot of chests for storage areas and stuff. It's going to be a grind. Lude's been your therapist for lint and burr. I know the feeling, man. What's up, Shastia? Welcome, welcome. See this timber I legged when I sent it. Yeah, I asked you what, like, in it? Like, using, like, the chair glitch or something, Ducky? Is what I was asking when you were lagging. I'm assuming. Otherwise, I mean, I know you can build, like, the game doesn't care. The game allows you to build into it. It doesn't have, like, a hitbox like a lot of things, which is nice, but I don't see like a entrance or anything, so I'm assuming you'd have to clip through. He was testing? Of course he is. Mad lad. Grinded out so much lint that it annoys me to go get more, right, Slumber? It's never ending. Literally never ending. I knew that was Shep with the hatred of lint. Welcome, Sniper. Mine is tiny. Nothing wrong with that. Added 2 temples to my build. Nice. Yeah, that, the Japanese thing that Alfredo built was actually insane. Small land, my base design idea is in M1 Abraham. Oh, interesting. I've been playing a lot of Enshrouded, and there's a couple people that have been building, like, cannons and stuff that are freaking awesome. Go get food? Sounds good. You have to have Game Pass to let you review bases. You have to... The game forces you to have, like, an Xbox account to play multiplayer in some way, shape, or form. Even on single player, I think you have to. But I've always had Game Pass in some way. But I'm not 100% sure if you can share a multiplayer base with me. I know you have to be able to add someone on Xbox, so you have to have an Xbox account of some kind. But I'm not 100% sure if you have to have Game Pass. Like, a lot of people play on Steam and share their stuff, but the way... You have to, like, interface with Xbox to get them on your friends list to share the base. Not be on the list for a long, long time. This build may not be done until I can take out my 401k. Dude, the sandbox build took me 2 years, dude, so I know the feeling. Favorite community build is the Burgle statue penthouse. That one was really cool. That one was really, really cool. There's been some cool builds up there. The one that was inside, there's some bases that have just gone around it and gone crazy. It's a cool little spot. I'm excited to see what I can do in this spot, though. Don't have Game Pass because it's $30 now. Yeah, I think there's like a lower level one that you don't need anything crazy, and you don't have to be able to access the game itself. You just have to have like an Xbox account. So it's like you don't have to have a pass where you can play the game. You just have to have an Xbox account, essentially, is the way I understand it. But you might have to test it out a little bit. Would have been fun to be here when you were making the sandbox. Dude, the sandbox build was like I had a lot of fun building the pagoda base, but the sandbox build was just like the grind in the beginning of getting it laid out and stuff was like super slow and horrible, but also really fun, like planning and then finishing the tower and stuff and like doing some little videos and stuff on it, and then all of a sudden we started that like cathedral build, and it was just like I had never had more fun building on stream than when we were building that base, and it just kept getting more and more epic every single stream, which like made it. It's like the progression. Like a lot of people, like the hardest thing to like realize is you look at like mega builds like that, and it's not this like massive base that was just built overnight. It's like that took 2 years probably through on stream and off stream. Like I built a lot of that before I even started streaming, when I was just doing videos and stuff. And then I started streaming the builds because I was like, I'm so tired of making videos and spending 20 hours trying to learn how to edit and all this when I could like talk through the ideas with people in a much more interesting way. And that's what like blew it up. And that's when like the stream really started. I did not start that in New Game Plus. I started that way before New Game Plus. I would say New Game Plus is when I think it started like launching to a different level of build, though. That's when I'd kind of taken a really long break from Grounded, and then they added New Game Plus, and that brought me back to the game to like really get into it again, and that like reinvigorated my love for Grounded, being able to play it over and over again, because I'd only beat the story one time on that world. I had played one multiplayer world where we beat half the game, and then my friends stopped playing. And one of my friends beat it by himself pretty much, so I didn't really know. So I started my own world, and it was like my forever world with 3,000 hours almost on it. And it just kept building and building and building. It was so fun. Yeah, the sandbox was nuts. Such a cool base. So much detail work to do. Interiors seemed to take forever for me, but I finished updating the previous interiors too. Wanted to get closer to being done before I go on the tour list. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. There is zero rush. There is always room on the tour list, so don't feel rushed. Just take your time and build something you're really proud of before you submit. I'm happy to look at bases that aren't done and help people through that process. If you know, like, let me know what you're struggling with, what you want ideas on. Like, I'm happy to help all of that as well. But like, don't feel like you have to have a finished product, but have something you're proud of at the end of the day before you share it if you really want to. Makes it really fun to like put your heart and soul. That's when I did my first base tour on See-Through's channel. I put 500 days into the game, just grinding that base out, and I was like so proud of how it turned out. And it made it so much more fun to do the tour and have it shown off, because I was like, that base is exactly what I wanted. Next base should be on top of the greenhouse. We're building the next base here. As much as the greenhouse is cool, I think I have some really interesting ideas for this area. We'll see. Some very interesting ideas for a big tower and a city through here. A little bit smaller scale than our sandbox, but I think it should still take some serious time. A lot of builders in Grounded 1 saw the sandbox as the promised land for a massive build. The level you took to was super inspiring. Yeah, that was next level. It was so fun to just... It's like that passion of building something and watching it grow, like incrementally, day by day, stream by stream. And I loved being able to like look back and do the whole thing. Wasn't like a 3K hour base. Yeah, it had three. And my Steam says 3,000 hours, and I started it at like little after 500 days in the game, 600 days in the game, and I have like 2K days or 1,500, I don't remember, 1,500, 2,000 days or something on that world, 3,000 days, I can't remember what it is. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. New mega build is going to take me forever. They do. Need you to play ZA so I can trade evolve. If I had any time, maybe I can think about it. After this week, my focus will be off of Enshrouded again, but I'm working on editing my base tour video for Enshrouded for the winter build competition. I just finished the build like last night, and so I'm finishing that video, and then I'm all the way in on Grounded. Taking a break from Enshrouded for a little while, moving on. Probably do an in-depth base tour video for that, and then we will be all in on Grounded, but I won't be playing half and half. Well, I'm mostly playing like 75 Enshrouded, 25 Grounded, but now it's just make this video in a week and then we're good. But it'd be fun to play it. I want to get it. Get lost adding details is the best. Yeah, it's once that stuff comes, like once the inspiration comes, it's really fun. It isn't possible to make a copy of a world and move it into creative mode, build a base, and then move it back to survival. No, you can't move them back and forth, unfortunately. I was hoping they would add curved mushroom walls before I shared mine, but it looks like it won't be till spring. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, after this one? Yeah, I can't even focus on the next one. By the time this base is done, we'll have the spring update, and we'll have new places to build, and there might be a new, better place to build there. You play on Xbox or PC with Xbox on it? I play on my PC through Steam. Enshrouded build? Dude, it's turned out phenomenal. Like, I'm so excited to show off. The video's turning out really great. The build is, like, the best. It's honestly... The sandcastle base is like one of the coolest, biggest things I've ever built, but honestly, I think I'm more proud of this Enshrouded build than anything else I've ever built in the game. It has been ridiculous. It turned out everything I could have dreamed of in a build. I'm really had a lot of fun doing it too. Did you decide if you're getting a Steam Deck or not? I want to, but I can't right now. I don't have the funds to want to spend $500-600 on something, unfortunately. So, we'll see. Maybe soon, but not right now. See you going into New Game Plus, then going to the sandbox, and it just blows up beneath because of the ants. With a little experimenting, probably. I was going to ask how to go live on YouTube on Xbox. That I don't know. I would assume you need a capture card. But I don't know a whole lot about streaming from an Xbox. Or a console in general. But if you had a capture card, then you would still need a PC, so I don't really know what people do. If they can stream directly from their Xbox or what. Not sure how that works. Just need to top your Enshrouded build and Grounded 2. I mean, that's the hope. That's the hope, is to always one-up the builds. The hard part is Enshrouded's building is just ridiculous. It's just like pure freedom. The only thing holding you back is your own inspiration and your own ideas. And like creativity, because it's nothing is what it seems. You can use I mean, like a great example. I didn't really show off a whole lot of it, so not a whole lot of people have seen it. But I used a chandelier to make a like weird surgical device to like pump fluids into a body of some kind. It's kind of like a nightmare fuel, but like it's a chandelier turned into this crazy pipe system. Needle injection device that's like ridiculous looking, and it's whatever you can come up with. Yes, Atheve, the build is done. We finished it. I finished it last night. I finished up the last 2 things this morning, so now I'm just working on the video and recording some stuff for the video part of the competition. Pics in Discord really show how much passion you put into the Enshrouded build. Very impressive. Thank you. It was a passion project. I want to win that frickin' competition so bad. I put so much time into that build. It was like, I'm not leaving this up for question. I'm going to put so much effort into this, so when they look at that build, they're like, yeah, he wins. There you go. There's no questions asked. I'm not going to like... Anything I could add, any detail, there was no creativity spared. I used every ounce of my creativity and design and build skills to build that thing. No building, just Q day. We're going to start our base reviews here shortly. I like to wait 15-20 minutes after stream starts to let people join before we start doing bases. Is all head trauma. Welcome in, by the way. Go to one of the last tabs on Xbox, then there is a link to Twitch. Oh, there you go. That's your way of doing it. There, Monk. Enshrouded building is insane, like Timber said as I was typing. Yeah, it's tough. But you can build some really cool things in Grounded. It's just a more structured system. It's a little harder to break the game as much as you can in Enshrouded, because Enshrouded wants you to do it. It gives too much of a blank slate. I don't disagree with you. It is... There's 1 million options in the game, and so it's like... It's almost overwhelming how many options you have in the game, is kind of what it comes down to. My inspirations for Enshrouded were a 10 out of 10. My effort to start that Enshrouded build, 0 out of 10. I'll just watch Timber instead. Yeah, I don't blame you. It took me a long time to get into Enshrouded, but now that I've done it, I love that game. Building the spider base. Nice. Dang, I'm late. Hiya, Timber. How's it going, Halls? Welcome, welcome. Luckily, we've just been chatting. Nothing too crazy. Haven't missed much. When is the competition? It has been going on for the last month and a half, 2 months almost. They gave us a lot of time on this one. A lot of time. And they extended it for 2 weeks. But next, with the 18th, the competition ends next Wednesday. I got a week to make a video because it's a water-themed build in Enshrouded. And then... So there's a build where 3 judges from the community that the developers picked each consult with each other, and they together pick 5 winners. Then there's 5 random winners that the developers just randomly generate, and then there is a video competition attached to it as well, so you can kind of win multiple things. Enshrouded is a game by Keen Games. Very cool, awesome building game, RPG survival type game. If you've never played Enshrouded, it's really fun. It's also in early access, but it goes into 1.0 this year. Will be coming to like console and stuff as well when it goes to 1.0. So hopefully soon everyone on Xbox and maybe PlayStation and stuff can all play too. It'd be really fun. Appreciate that you wait for 15 minutes for people, but at the same time, those of us that are here may only have limited time, and we are on time. Love the tours. Just late where I am. Yeah, unfortunately, time zones are rough. They're rough. That is the bane of my existence. All right. I don't think we're anywhere near this base. I mostly don't want to start the tour with 5 people here. Whenever we do these, we tend to get quite a few people joining 10-15 minutes in, so I would hate for people to miss the first base right off the bat because I start instantly. But I know it's late. Fortunately, my time zone is horrible for people. Rose name the SS Earwig if you want to make sure it's shared. Yeah, sounds good. If you shared it, it'll work. I'm not worried about it. Can't wait. Woohoo. Okay. So, first up, we'll get into it. PSD isn't that bad for you. It's bad for everyone else. First up, we have Crackpot Palma. They have a little outpost base here that we're starting at, so we have to run all the way over to the Temple of Grounded. But it's a sneak peek. If you haven't seen the thumbnail, their base is in the thumbnail. So pretty excited one. So we'll run over here, grab a spider because they're faster.
Could I get a ride? 10 legs.
And we'll run on over to the temple. Yeah, spam your Tuber Tuesday emotes, everybody. Spam them on up. Water.
It's clean, but I worry about my mineral intake.
Welcome in, Dean. Hello, hello. Sid, you could be in the thumbnail. I didn't have your other one, and I was in such a rush today. My wife and son went to the beach for the weekend, so I was trying to help them get out of the house and get everything packed, and it was insane. And then I started editing my Enshrouded video, and I got way too into that. I was having way too much fun editing that video, which is not something that was normal, so I got distracted. Then I was like, oh crap, I have to make a thumbnail. Then I made a thumbnail, and then I got back into editing, and then I went to the range after work. So many things. But hanging out with the dogs, took them on a walk. It was a busy day. Cleaned the house a little. So much easier to get things done when there's not a almost 3-year-old creating a wake of destruction everywhere he goes. Can't wait for mine. I still got a lot of work to do. No worries, man. But I'm excited to see it too. You're on the list, right? Yeah, right? Yeah. You're on there. You're on the thumbnail too. Tour twos. Welcome in off grid. We're starting off with a pretty big one tonight too, so it'll be a fun one. The Ghost of Bucky. How many names do you have? Okay. Hard part is knowing where I should even start on a base like this. There's just so much happening. Feels so weird being back to this. It's crazy. It's been a long time since we did tours. Have to get started on my base in small land. Sounds good. Enjoy. Math or Rhino, welcome, welcome. Jeez, don't attack me, please. Okay. So, as I said, first up, we have Crackpot Palma. Base located over here, sort of behind the ice cream cart. Not a bad location at all, of course. This will be very central, I think, by the time we get all the other updates in the game, so that's going to work really well. You even have your ranger station not too far away, which always works out. But yeah, let's get into it. We got a cool little bridge here with your sap collectors, always good for that. We got a lot of different stuff going on too. Raid shelters and stuff. Whoa. What's up, Astro Lizard? Welcome. Long time no see. Got little crafting area. What's down? Beds. Just a little storage. Bear with me as I press all the wrong buttons because I haven't played Grounded in a couple days. Mantis on top. Dude, get out of here, Orby. So, bounce web elevator. Very nice. Love the little bridge design as well. I think we save the temple for last, and then we do the raid shelter first, I think. That makes sense. I need to mess with the orc disruptors. They're so interesting. They like affect. I've seen a handful of those used to really, really interesting ideas. Oh, the Christmas lights. I forgot we have those too. That's gonna be a really interesting thing to build with. Totally forgot about those. Those are really cool. Okay, you
have to give
stay.
young ones some independence.
Oh, Pete. Your raid shelter. I noticed this. Love that you built around the ice cream cone. That's very interesting. Fun little defensible spot. Tried to do the ice takers, but died immediately. It's pretty tough. It honestly is kind of tough. I lost once or twice. Die. Oh, don't have anything. Okay, good to know. Center of this. Like a bounce web elevator? Must be. Yeah. That one works really well too. Good job. Messes me up when playing multiplayer multiple games that are similar. Exactly. It's so difficult. I've been pressing all the wrong buttons constantly. Though Kaltana was definitely a tough one too. Cool little bridge. Like that you made a wall to kind of defend your whole area. This is a cool little detail. That looks really interesting too. I always forget that you could do this in the game. You also have lights clipped into there as well. Those are going to look really nice. We're going to have to see this one at night at some point too.
My cells rehydrating.
Yeah, these are going to look really cool at night. Lighting effects are always a big one. This is Crackpot Palma. Crackpot Palma. Tongue twister. Oh, it's built around the Stonehenge thing too. I love this spot. I forgot this was here. Yeah, I like that you kind of repeated this everywhere. It's a cool little detail. Get your little planter areas as well. Works very nice. Fun little details. Uh-oh. Yeah, I thought so. Always ruining everything. Down under that. Few mega bases here and there. These are amazing. Yeah. I'm always loving seeing everyone's unique little design ideas and stuff. Yeah, I like the consistency of using this little detail on everything. It's very interesting. It's a new one I haven't quite seen before, I don't think. Done a lot of this with like mushroom and stuff, but nothing with the pebble and then pine. It's a cool little combo. Like the red. You got like a target practice area. A little spot for the mushrooms and the plants. This is such a cool spot too. I love this spot. It was such a interesting thing for them to just throw it in Stonehenge for no reason. Catch all the details from my own worlds or our own builds. That's exactly the point, right? That's why I love showing these bases off, is everyone gets ideas. We all take different things from each person's build. So many different things. But yeah, very cool. The temple. Let's see if we can get a little fly around. See the whole thing. Remember how to play. Cool little design here. I like that you kind of like have different layers to it and stuff. That makes it look much more interesting than just a big box and stuff. So that looks really good. Fun little use of the materials and everything. Kind of hid the support, which I like as well, so it's not just scaffolding everywhere. That always looks really nice. Great little design. Oh, don't mind if I take a little trip. You just get a little snack. Nothing wrong with that. Steal some food. A little balcony all the way around the outside. Multiple exits and entrances. I always love. You got like function kind of hidden on the outside, on the back as well, so it doesn't take up a bunch of space inside. That works really nice. All your chests and everything. Very, very efficient inside of the base. I think that works really, really well, especially for survival. Arrows, got the double staircase. Ah, one goes up and one goes further. Very nice. Your little armory. Job on the lighting and stuff. Always love that. Little details here as well. I remind myself to not run constantly. Little exits to the outside. Little balcony spaces. Sitting areas and stuff. Got your wolf spider up top here. Ooh, an outdoor bed. Nothing like sleeping under the stars. Very nice. Worked things are so interesting. Little entrance to the bottom. And the upper area is like a little... What's this? Oh, he was sitting. I was like, what's glitching out? Little like worship area, or like the wizards or whatever doing their thing up here. Love that. Nice little chandelier as well. Very cool. As someone who's built far too many chandeliers because of Luderav, I always appreciate a good chandelier. They look really nice. I feel like everyone's first base in this game was the first outpost where you start. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of bases that have started there, but it's not a bad place to start for sure. It definitely, it's the first place people go for a reason. For sure. Oh, is that the ladybug shield? Or ladybird shield? Cool little detail. I always forget to use shields and stuff as details. How many Coltanas did you make? Holy moly. Those are expensive. Very cool. Balcony around the outside as well. Yeah, thanks Luderav for destroying my mental. Man's got me trying to make Mona Lisa like chandeliers on survival. I know, that's my problem. He builds all this cool stuff in creative and then I gotta do it in survival. It's like he hates me or something. He likes to see my pain and suffering. And I guess that's what makes for good streams, right? Nice little balconies as well. Trying to make sure we don't miss anything. Thank you for the follow, Travis. Welcome to the community. Appreciate it. If you haven't liked the stream on YouTube or have followed me on Twitch, please make sure you do. It really, really helps out. makes it possible to do these tours every Tuesday. Alright, let's make sure we didn't miss anything outside. I'm seeing like falling pads, so I'm like... And we fell to our death. Back in. Okay. I think that's about everything. Did we miss anything over here? What some people can build puts me to shame. Hey, it's all time and effort at the end of the day. It is all time and effort. Sometimes people have more time than you will have. But if you put enough time into the designs and stuff, you'll get there. I want to see this stuff at night. Yeah, I knew this was going to look really interesting at night. Fun use of lights. These look really interesting. It's a new little detail we haven't seen before. And then like another fun little design with the lights as well. Very nice. The butterflies up top. Yeah, I like your use of just the fun little lighting pieces all over the place. Very functional, cool little base. Like that you've kind of used the inside and outside area. I always highly suggest kind of having some fun stuff like this. Little parks and everything in your builds. Always looks really nice. Let's see if we can get closer to that as well so we see that at night. And you can just... Woohoo! Such a good addition to the game. So fun. The lighting here, good use of the little guys out front too to add more details as well. Very nice, very nice. Even like the scorpions and stuff up top that are lit up. Love that. Very cool. Well, with that, let's get into the grading. First impressions. Definitely like that you have like this kind of sprawling base that's kind of really taking advantage of the different landscape and the heights and stuff. I always love seeing that stuff. Always very cool. It's always more interesting to me to see a base that's not just on flat ground specifically. So it's always a good start when you're utilizing kind of the highs and lows within the terrain. You're utilizing some of the things the devs added to the game as well. Just for function, you're kind of building interesting things in between them. So I think that's really good. Love the lighting. I mean, I could tell it in the day that the lighting was going to be an interesting little design here and stuff. I think you did a good job on that as well. Pretty large base overall. Now, we've seen bigger, of course, but not everyone, in terms of a standard build, this is a pretty good size. There is a new scoring system. Yes, yes. Yeah. So first impressions, I'd give you probably a 7 out of 10. I think there's some things we could work on a little bit, but I think overall it's kind of interesting. I like that you've had some fun with the kind of way you've enclosed your base with the cool little bridges and stuff. Interesting little idea with your base, your raid shelter as well. Also very cool. Good little design thing to add in so you can have something that you don't care about get destroyed when you get raided, if you still have raids or getting raids in the game, of course, because not everyone is. But yeah, I think it's a good start. It's a fun base. You've got a lot of interesting ideas to work with. Obviously you're kind of messing with it, which I love to see, where you're kind of pushing the ideas of the little pieces in the game, more than just kind of building the standard wall and stairs and stuff. So you're messing with those things. Also getting into a decent amount of little detail with all the little lights and stuff I think is really good. So I think you're heading in the right direction for sure. And very good use of the space. There's lots of stuff going on. Lots of things. And this looks really cool too. It's almost like little like starlights. Very cool. Very well done on that. The layout and interior, I think you're doing good on that. I think functionality wise, there's really nothing I can say. It's tight. Everything's close together. There's nothing you can really say against it. I like that you have a lot of the processing stuff. You put some of it out back so it's not just like cluttering the space. So it keeps everything close, but everything still kind of reaches your crafting station. So I think that's laid out well. I mean, you've got everything you could possibly need here in a kind of small condensed space. So you've done really well there. You're also doing a good job messing with like multiple materials and stuff as well. I know now we have exponentially more materials to mess with. I think this base was pretty much built before this new update, so we're not really judging it based on the new stuff, of course. But I think with what we had previously, we were very limited in palette in terms of the materials we had. So I think you've got a good job, kind of messing with palisades and the pine and the triangle pieces, the pebbles and all that. You've done a good job like switching the materials around, kind of flipping them in and out. It works really well as well. So it's not just one big brown wall, which is kind of always something I try to point out and help people with. So I think that all works really well. I'd probably give you again a 7 out of 10 on the layout and interior. It works well. It's concise. It's not an absolute maze to get through, which works well. The staircases are pretty well designed in terms of how they just function through the base. Even though I'm never a huge fan of spiral staircases myself. I think they look really cool. I just hate utilizing them. They make me dizzy is all. But yeah, you have your kind of function and then your armor and everything on the next level, and then you kind of separate the fun little stuff and you start kind of getting into some interesting little designs and stuff as well. So I think you've done really well there as well. The exterior and materials, again, similar to what we were just talking about with the limited palette that we had, of course, before the update. Now there's too many options to build with, so we're all kind of struggling to figure out what we're going to do with that. But in terms of the palette that we had before the update, I think it works really well. I think it's a fun little design. I think you've done a good job kind of like splitting these things up, kind of repeating fun little patterns and stuff to add details, using the fences in fun ways, having multiple balconies kind of separated and in different areas for each level. They're not just carbon copies, which I think is always a really good design choice as well. You're doing a fun little job doing like the structure and stuff of these to add more details. So I think you've done a good job on the materials and exterior as well. I think, again, I'd give that one a 7. Always room for improvement. There could be maybe a little bit more consistency in some of the areas, but at the same time, I think with the palette we had before the update, this works together. It's clean. It's a fun little design. You kind of have these cool little hut type things that are kind of repeated on different areas. Again, kind of messing with the different palettes as well on the bridges that I think work really well. Love on the exterior that you made a like courtyard and utilize this space is probably one of my favorite things. There's so few people build fun, pretty courtyards because the world's really cool. They put a lot of effort into building this custom world, so I always love seeing people utilize the world that the devs have made, because I think it is often underutilized and people end up building on the porch and those sort of things, and they tend to lead to slightly less interesting bases. So like on the exterior side of things, I think it's really good that you've incorporated the grass and it looks very natural, but it's also kind of fun weaving in and out of the different spaces, and you've utilized the space very well. The structural side of it, again, this one more so how structure is utilized. I think you've done a little bit better than on those. I like the way you've utilized some of these scaffolds. As well as the columns and stuff. So I think that's also really well done. Again, here hiding some of the scaffold underneath and inside these areas as well, so they're not super obvious, but they become intentional decisions behind it. So I think it looks pretty good as well. I'd probably give you an 8 on the structure. I think you've implemented the structural pieces that we have in the game. You've created like realistic support options for these. They don't just kind of float into nothingness. I mean, anything can cantilever a little bit, but I always try to say, like, if it's cantilevering way out here, to always try and build some type of natural support system just so it looks more realistic. I know we're building in a fantasy game that isn't realistic in any way, shape, or form, but I think what you've done here works really well. You've hidden certain parts of the structure. You've used structure to kind of build out the balconies in interesting ways. So I think you've done a good job implementing that as well. Some of the areas, I think this is fine, but consistency-wise, I think I like what you've done with the structure on these sides a little bit better compared to like the bridges. Whereas like these are fine, but maybe implementing some slightly more solid pieces here might look a little more consistent with what you've used on these other pieces. Could help just a little bit. But the rest of it, I mean, even like implementing the rocks and stuff as part of the structure also works really well. But consistency wise, that might be one spot I would kind of look at visually and try to like tie this in a little bit more, because it's always a little interesting going from like a really heavy dark piece to a lighter piece to an even lighter piece for a bridge. Typically you want them to feel very sturdy and strong, so they would get lighter going kind of out to the supports, but the main pieces down connecting to the ground would want to feel heavy and more supportive, so that might visually help a little bit, similar to like what you've done here. Of course, you may just be working on that, as you can kind of see it there. So maybe collecting more materials and kind of replicating that could be already part of your plan. So ignore me if that is part of the plan and you just haven't finished that. But I think that would be one thing I would potentially work on with the structure you've got going on. Functionality, again, similar to the interiors and layout we were talking about. There's nothing I can really count you out on. The function works. The base is a good size. It's not like so big that nothing reaches everything else. Kind of have the good function of bridges in between the different spaces. Things are connected in good ways. Your storage is close. The base just, it works. So nothing you can really say against the functionality. So I'd give you, I guess the only thing I try to focus on with functionality is that it becomes a bigger part of the design. When you're designing the function in, there's nothing whatsoever wrong with just building out your crafting space like you've done. It works. That's sort of the point of it. But when I am giving out like 10s and stuff, I tend to think you really want to push the functionality into the design. So it's the way you lay things out, so it looks really epic and to another level, that the function isn't just working, but it's actually elevating the design. So that's the only way I typically score a little bit higher on those. The theme and continuity, I think, works really well. You're really consistent with like grass floors and stuff on certain areas. It kind of mimics there's a little bit of switching, which isn't necessarily a problem at all. The continuity might be a little bit. There's a lot of materials going on. You kind of utilized everything. So trying to keep some pieces like this more, I think might be a good option for you moving forward, is trying to use grass as more of a highlight, and then keeping like stem and the pine pieces is the consistency, and then using grass in these little areas instead of just kind of tossing grass in here and there. I think it works better in some of these locations. But then when it switches from clover roofs to stem floors to grass floors to like eat these different things, you lose a little bit of the consistency of it. So it tends to create a more disjointed look a little bit. But in terms of the overall base portion of it, I think your continuity is good. The theming works well. You've used kind of similar materials. I like the pine and the scaffold together. The hand railings and stuff as well work very well together. Throwing a little bit extra detail is always nice to kind of switch things up, so it's not just one material. So I think that works really well. So I'd probably give you a 7 on the continuity. Just between, it sort of feels like you have one base here, one base here, and one base here. So kind of creating themes between them can help that a little bit as well. So it feels like one huge kind of base and area and built space, instead of kind of, you had ideas here, you had an idea here, you had an idea here, you had a bridge design here, and then the main base here. That's one way to kind of think through creating some more continuity between the whole thing. That would be one suggestion on that section of it. The overall creativity, I think you've done a great job. I think you having a cool base along with using the terrain is always something that I highly suggest, and it creates more interesting ideas. The lighting, I think you've done a really, really good job on. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the base overall. Seeing all these little like starlit floor blocks and stuff. I'd even like to see potentially more of them. I really like the way this area over here looked. Of course, I can't get to it. Down there where it like looked like little starlights on the floors and stuff. I'd love to see even more of that and just kind of like super commit to that concept. I think that would be one way to think about it. And then the overall potential, I think you've given yourself a lot of potential. It's a great base location. You're going to be perfect for expansion when the next updates come in. Always a little hesitant on building right on the border like this. You never know what's going to happen here. So I would fully expect, just as a forewarning, that things will change here. don't be super surprised when the if the next area is here. Potentially, we don't necessarily know what we're getting, but if this is the next area that gets updated, the majority of this will not look anything like this. And so some of the stuff's probably going to get covered. It might get adjusted. It may not. It may be perfect. You may have to upgrade and update some things. But that's one thing to worry a little bit about when you're building right near the borders and early access. But other than that, I think you've done a great job. I'd give you probably another 7 out of 10. I'm a little more strict on the grading because there's some insanity out there and stuff, but everyone's got really interesting ideas. I like the kind of different concepts you come up with. The lighting and stuff's really well and really interesting. Fun little story making and stuff as well, I think works really well towards your creativity. But overall, great job. Thank you, Crackpot, for letting us view this one. Very cool build so far. Interested to see kind of where you keep going with it or if you start something new. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate you letting us look at this one. Very cool build. Good start to the day. Do the bases have to be complete? Building a massive castle, got most of the front and tower walls working on the main build. There's just so much room. Some tips would be great. I'm happy to work on bases that aren't complete. They don't have to be fully done. I just like it. If it's anything more than a grass box, I'm happy to review it. If you have a fully finished base, I'm happy to view those. If it's neat, if you have specific things you'd like help on, areas you're struggling with, that's also the main point of these reviews in general. That's a big part of it. So there's nothing wrong with having something that's not done. If you're not part of the Discord and you want to do a base tour, if you're new here, seeing some new names and stuff, make sure you join the Discord. This is where you can reach out to me, send me your Xbox username, and share your base with me, and I can get you on the list. I'll add you as a friend on Xbox, and we can get you on the list. I'm happy to look at things that need a little work, or if you're struggling with things. There's a time where you can break that rule and have heavy up top and more flimsy toward the bottom. Yeah, there's always exceptions to the rule. Nothing I say is 100%. These are my opinions, my experience in building, my architectural knowledge from being a designer for many years. It's just kind of the things I like to think about. But there is always a way to do it the opposite of what I say. Nothing is 100% in this world, in life. So you can always do the opposite, and it can work. I just kind of point out things that I kind of notice as we're going. Got a story cooking up for the Butterfly Kingdom. Nice. Very interested to see it. I remember you saying you shared that with a little bit of story. 2 huge castles going at the bench. 1 mushroom, 1 pumpkin. Can't wait to show y'all and get tips. Sounds good, King. Welcome in, by the way. Happy to do it. Again, join the Discord if you want to share your base with me. Sanity is right. I just got back from seeing Off-Grid's Treehouse. Yeah, there's some crazy ones out there. But that's the great thing about these tours. We've seen absolutely massive mega builds that are incredible, and we've also seen really, really well-detailed small bases with cool ideas, and so there's nothing wrong with any one design style. Don't have much detail on my base. Not even sure if I can put details on it. You could always work it, but sometimes it's a struggle. That's also why I do the tours, to help in those concepts as well. How do you share the bases on PC? You just have to add, you have to send me your Xbox account to be on multiplayer. You just have to have an Xbox account, and then I can add you as a friend on there, and then it allows you to share your base. Yes, I can do Xbox or PC. Yep. No problem with that one, Joseph. There's a lot of videos on sharing sharing worlds and stuff too. Just look it up on YouTube if you're struggling a little bit. I want any tips. Sounds good, Sniper. Just about to ask, how do I get set up? Yep. We have checked out grounded 1 bases. We mostly focus on grounded 2 as of right now. If there's some new bases that if I get enough bases for grounded 1 again, we did a couple tours 2 months ago before Christmas, I think, of some grounded 1 stuff. But we were mostly for those ones like the mega builds that people have been putting hundreds and thousands of hours in, and massive cathedrals and stuff for grounded 1. So if it's not insane, it's a little difficult to go back to grounded 1 right now, especially because we went through a lot of those bases, so I don't really have any other ones. So mostly focusing on grounded 2. Welcome in, Arrow. You're doing good. Can't wait for more materials to be released. Yeah, I'm happy with what we got. so far, but I want more, as always. As a builder, I always want more. Anyway, I can send pictures of my base. Yeah, join the Discord. You can send them in there, and there's a lot of really good builders on the Discord as well. It's a great place to share pictures of your base and get some ideas from other builders. They're always helping people with ideas, how to push their builds. We can do reviews as well. But if you're not interested in a review yet, you want to do more work, post your pictures there. We have a Grounded 1 and 2 chat. We have a build inspirations page where you can post hundreds of pictures of your base in your own thread. Keep everyone updated if you don't want to do a tour. If you did a tour and want to post updates, it's a great place to do it. I do have the Sky Bridge on my file, which is under construction. Nice, nice. Seen some cool bridges as well. Ducky, it's okay. It's okay. Could you rotate the spider trampolines to make it look like cobwebs? Probably. I think you could. I don't know if you can get them on the wall is the only thing that I'm thinking about. There's no way to rotate them sideways unless you found a weird way. I know you can kind of angle them if you put them on ramps and stuff, but I'm not sure if you could put them sideways necessarily, so it might be difficult. Right side, that means you can add more to your build, though, for sure. Grounded 1 is way better. I put a lot of hours into it, but I do have some cool stuff going on with my Grounded 2 base. Yeah. I mean, if we get more bases, we could go back to Grounded 1, but we kind of exhausted it, so we don't really have any more at the moment. There's always more you can do, Grim, exactly. Took what you said about putting more butterflies to heart. Hopefully you like. Definitely. Definitely. Okay, let's get the next one. I'm never done with my builds. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. This is a little interesting one. Took a sneak peek of this one earlier. Fun little design. How do I post pictures for you to see what I've been working on? Join the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, join the Discord. Post all sorts of pictures and images, whatever you want in there. We have Grounded 1 chats. You can post them there, or you can do a build inspiration thread and keep us all updated. But yeah, you can post all you want in there. The more pictures in the Grounded 1 and 2 chat, the better. You can never have too many pictures of cool base ideas. That's the whole point of it. Building a bridge is a commitment. Yes, it is, Hot Sauce. Yes, it is. All right, next up we have Mango. It's kind of a fun one we have not seen before. This build is on the food cart, the food truck. It's like the whole front of the food truck. So it's gonna be an interesting one. Fun little base location. Have not seen one here. I can't imagine how much effort it's taken for you to build all the way up here. This is a nightmare of a project in terms of making this work and bringing materials up and down this thing, because holy cow. Donna 2 should run a contest for best build and give the winner a Lego set version of their base. That would be really cool. If you're not part of the Grounded community, if the Grounded community events Discord, we will be doing some build competitions through there as time goes on. I don't think we're going to be doing anything right now, but we do have we've done one build competition, and we're going to be doing more as well, so that would be a place to do it. I don't know if the devs are going to necessarily do it themselves, though. Extend the oak tree to the trash can, always a possibility. Curved mushroom and pumpkin bricks. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, very cool base location. This is a very unique one.
That hit the spot.
It's a lot of work to bring all these materials up here and stuff, so very interesting to see. Love that it's like built into this as well. You can get in and out by using the chair glitch too, which is always very cool. Yeah, once you get the elevators, you can carry pallets. Yeah, that does make it a lot easier. But man, setting up those elevators the first time, what a process. I like how they actually have bugs up here and stuff too. Very fun design. Good use of the lights and the mushrooms and stuff as well. Love the little Christmas lights. Those look so good. I love the Christmas lights. It's a fun little detail hiding these too. Nice little detail. Got a big old platform. More bounce webs. Holy cow. This is a commitment. Such a commitment. Even getting these lights up, dude. How did you get the lights up here? Holy cow. Wow. Very cool. Massive runway. That's a lot of feathers, too. You've definitely committed to material usage. Holy cow. All plants can be chopped and replanted without disturbing the lights or the foundations, too. Nice. Wow, dude. This thing's huge. I mean, nice that you put in the effort to get the materials and stuff up here, too, so you don't have to go down and farm all the time. Wow. Process, though. Built all the way around. It'd be a very cool build location in the long term, though. Just like mega building up on top of this thing forever. It's a cool little spot. You can have a lot of fun with these little details as well. And sorry if I'm missing chats and stuff. I try to focus on the builds that we're on a little bit, so I always kind of miss things. So if I miss anyone's comments, not doing it on purpose, but there's a lot of talking, a lot of chatting happening. Very cool. Like that these are like supports for these. That looks very interesting. The lights are very cool too. Okay. Our first base with the new materials. Oh, they look so cool. I love this block. This looks so good. I'm so excited to mess with the new blocks and stuff. Really good job on the lighting. Very nice. Love good lighting usage. Oh, that looks so good. Wow, the lighting looks so good. It makes me so excited to mess with the new blocks. I like that you like checkered pattern to these as well. So many options are opened up with this stuff. Ooh, and we got just a bunch of fireworks as well. Don't launch myself, though. So fun. Yeah, I gotta say, the lighting is really well done. And this, people are gonna love this. This is what I noticed earlier today. Utilizing the lighting underneath the new planters looks so good. Such a cool addition. Using these little details and stuff, oh, so good. These are gonna be really fun to build with. It makes me really excited seeing all the fun you're having with the new planters and stuff. Like the way you like clipped everything into the foundations as well. Take you 50 years? Yeah. Just building up here would take a lot of time. These look really nice. The lights on the grass too. Really good job on the lighting. And again, the use of the new hydroponic planter garden patch things looks so good. Love seeing the carrots and it's a really cool detail. And then like my favorite, look at these. These look so cool. It is so creative. Everyone is going to be, I'm going to see 1,000 of these now because these look so good. They're like little Christmas bulbs. Love this. So good. Very cool. It is really cool to see. Gets me very excited. They look so nice. You could have just only planted these and I would have had fun looking at it. But I love that there's just lights on everything too. And you got your perfect timing to come up here at night too. You're like evil little witch tower or something. Wizard's tower here looks really nice. I like the, I still like the checkered pattern. It looks very natural even though it's just a checkered pattern. It's really cool. Very fun little design. Oh, the new doors, dude. The light. They're so good. Oh, it gets me so excited to see this stuff. Bounce web elevator.
That hit the spot.
Water. Got your little functional spaces, your little balcony. Nothing else. Let's get upstairs. Pine cone roofs. Your throne. All the arches look so good. Dude, these look so nice. Oh, I'm so happy with these new materials. Look so good. Fun little exit to get out on that side as well. Wow. So did I miss anything, Mango? Let me know. You have a lot of sprawling base here. Welcome in, Backwoods. Hope you're doing good. Cash, welcome as well. Can be done in 200 days. Holy cow. It's quick. What are these? Oh, these are the new corner pieces. Oh, that's really cool. It's a great little way to make lights as well. That looks wonderful. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. There's so many options. I've seen a couple other builds that are utilizing some of those pieces to do interesting little designs as well. It'll be really fun. Drop off the edge where, Mango? Sorry. Anywhere on the Discord. The grounded 1 and 2 chat is a great place, Mighty. For a first one. Basically it? Okay. Perfect. Well, man. First impressions. We get into the grading. Really interesting spot. There's just so much potential. I know you've spent a lot of time just getting everything up here to build. So the base itself is still a little small, but I think it's a really interesting base location that we haven't seen anyone else build on before. And so it opens up a huge amount of just fun options. The lighting is super cool. The location's super unique and interesting. I love seeing people going way out of their the comfort zone of building on the ground and building up in a place like this. Like, makes it super interesting. Probably give you an 8 just for the impressive factor of building all the way up there. There's another elevator. Down a level, there is other side of the cart. Like the back side of it, or like all the way down at the end? I mean, I guess I saw the one on the way other side, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah. The one down there. So yeah, first impressions. Layout and interior. Not a ton of layout and interior stuff. I think you've done a really good job on the little base here. It's a fun little way to like jump around it and stuff. So I think that's a fun way to get around and mess with it. I think you did a good job there. Not a whole lot to talk about on the interior and stuff, of course. Just because it's smaller on the inside, but it's mostly an exterior crazy build location, which is also really interesting and fun in its own way. So I think maybe not as easy to grade the layout and interior of a smaller base just like that, but a lot of fun stuff happening on the exterior that is a different level of interesting. The materials and exterior, honestly, I love it. I know there's not a ton of building necessarily. It's not base. It's all sorts of fun chaos, but you're like the usage of this space and kind of how you maneuver through it and stuff is really interesting. Definitely a fun base to run around and just see. The use of lighting is top tier. Very well done. I always say that is where builds come to life, when you start lighting them like this. This is where I think builds become the most interesting. Is lighting. That's when they feel like they have the most life. So I think you've done really well, and like just the effort to put lights all the way up these things alone is a lot of effort, especially in survival. So I think you've absolutely knocked it out of the park with the lighting and stuff. It's like to take a flat area and make it feel like a whimsical type forest is a good thing. It doesn't just look like a bunch of garden patches as well, by the way you've clipped it in. So like those are really fun. I think you've done really well on the materials and the exterior. Just kind of fun, very interesting. Really like the dual use, like checkered pattern and stuff as well. That's a fun one to see. I know there's so many things we're gonna see with these new materials. I don't even know what's possible. So it's already fun to see just a checkered pattern with the two materials. Looks really nice and breaks it up really well. The use of balconies on the different levels is fun. These things are incredible. This is like such a good idea. I'm literally stealing this any chance I can because it looks so good. The structural side of it, I mean, not a ton of structure that's used outside of just building out the platforms and stuff. I think you've done a good job getting to where you've gotten in general. Feet on its own. So I think that looks really nice. Hard to really grade the rest of it since it's mostly just platforming and stuff. but can't really knock you on the fun little structural designs and balconies and stuff you've done there. Those look really nice. So we probably just stick with like a 6 or 7 on that, but not necessarily a bad grade because not everyone uses a bunch of structure. It's kind of an arbitrary point option that I use for when people use structure really well. The functionality of it, outside of this base, having all the materials growing up here, I think works really well. You've got all your storage and stuff. Then maybe that's the one thing I would say is the functionality of this base portion is there's not a whole lot of function. It's just kind of a base. So maybe thinking of how you can start incorporating these into the structures a little bit more so you can build within these, or like little hubs and stuff of your functionality. Of course, it works well in here. There's nothing wrong with this. Kind of tight, neat function, everything you need in a little space. But as I always say, finding interesting ways to push the functionality into the design of it, so it's not just function put in a room, but how can you use the functional pieces in more interesting design ways, similar to how you've kind of messed with all the lighting and stuff, I think is a great option. Something to think about pushing a little bit further, but not necessarily the be-all end-all worst thing in the world that the function is kind of spread out, but it also looks really nice and it works. At the end of the day is all that really matters. The theme and continuity of it, definitely love like your little pumpkin theme and all the just outdoor stuff. The use of turning this area, again, as I said, into like a whimsical garden plot is very, very interesting and creates a really interesting like garden aspect in a place where there's no garden. So it's very interesting to see how this is all kind of laid out in an interesting garden that leads up to this cool little castle on the top of it. So I think that's really interesting. I love the little theme of this, the lights and stuff, all really, really well done. Love to see this whole thing built out and just covered with more, with like seeing this like everywhere. I know it'd be a lot of work, but I'd love to see it. Just would look so cool. So I give you, I guess on this, I really like the kind of small, concise little build. Looks really nice. Good job on like the little structural pieces. Looks very cool. Kind of finding different ways to connect these would be the biggest suggestion, is how do you start taking this theme and make this part of it, not just kind of a tower on a hill, but how do you start bringing this whimsical forest into the like, it feels like a forest that in like a witch's wood that would be leading up to this kind of witch or wizard's tower. And so how can you continue like adding this so it's like starts creating a bit more of a backdrop for it, I think would be kind of interesting to see, and just like connecting these a little bit more as you have more and more time. I know a lot of the times spent doing this in general, so it's not a knock on any of the designs themselves, but I would love to see just more of this kind of backdropping this whole thing, and when you're up there seeing more of the forest design as well, in terms of taking the interesting pieces and pushing them all over the entire thing. FN Duke, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Overall creativity, I have to give you like an 8, maybe a 9, 8.5, maybe go with 8.5 on it. The creativity of the lights are awesome. The use of the lights and stuff, the use of the new materials is really interesting. I know there's a million ideas we're all going to come up with, but super creative to kind of clip these things, the garden patches in, and create this whole effect. As it is something, even though it's just like a grid of garden patches, it's just like creates such a cool vibe. I think you've create a creative use of the garden patches, I think is a really, really cool idea. And it makes something none of us have ever seen before. So I think it's really exciting and interesting to see. So I think you've done really, really well on the just creative ideas and being creative enough to just decide that you're going to build up here and make it happen. And as everyone's saying, yes, you steal the berry lights. We're all stealing the berry lights. They look too good. They're so cool. Really good job. But yeah, love this as well. The creativity of the little witch wizard's tower as well. Very well done. And the potential, again, it's easy, pretty much like an 8, maybe more, sort of an arbitrary grading point. You've given yourself a place that you could build for a long time, which is always what I'm looking for, and the potential of the build. You have space to grow. You have space to add more things. You can start building on top of the vent hoods. You can start building up to the neon sign. Like, there's so much space that you can add to. Like, the potential is through the roof with this one. It's just, you've given yourself a lot of interesting space to expand upon, which I think is really cool. But overall, really well done, Mango. Really interesting. Really, like, the lighting is top tier. Such a good job on the lighting. Just everywhere you go, the lighting is just, like, taking over and looks so good. Everywhere, I love it. Lighting's one of my favorite things in this game. Just like even lighting up the stairs behind it, just every piece of it looks really interesting. Very well done. Appreciate you, Mango. Appreciate you letting us take a look at this one. Very cool designs. Very interesting to see the new stuff. Very well done. Very interesting spot as well. Figure out how to do buildings. Hey, just stick around. Watch the bases. As we all do, we all kind of share ideas and take ideas from each other and change them up for our own builds and stuff. There's a lot of interesting things you'll learn from just seeing. You may not like one person's base, but you might like one little detail that you can add to yours. So this is where you get ideas for your bases and stuff. 10 out of 10 for the massive effort and your use of materials for sure, Cash, for sure. Gonna have to build up there? Yeah, we're gonna see more up here for sure. It will be really interesting, yeah, for the zip lines as well. It'll be a really good zip line spot, assuming we can build them really, really long, because you're going to need 10 trillion silk. So many bases throughout the map, lots of little bases, but I could really use zip lines for fast travel. Yeah, that would make it nice. Ducky, we're doing it. You never know. There's always next week, I promise. Fairy lights are really creative along with your blending of the patches. Yeah, it looks really nice. Hey, Bruce, we've had enough. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. We're not children here. Be an adult. Can't be an adult, you can't be here. It's called sharing ideas. If you can't grow up and learn, then move on to another community, please. I have no interest for you bashing on people's builds. No one cares. That's not the truth. It's your poor thoughts of what your opinion is. As I always like to say, put up or shut up, Bruce. If you're not going to offer up your ideas and you're just going to sit here and try to bash on other people's ideas, then you don't have the guts to show off your stuff to other people. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of courage for these people to share their bases with us and let the community see them and let us run them through a grading system. So I do it because I'm helping people at the end of the day. But if you don't like it, then you don't need to be here. That's not us not handling the truth. That's you acting like a 10-year-old. Be an adult. No one's stealing ideas. We share ideas to get better. Yeah, making them unique into themselves and in developing the idea even further than resharing. Yeah, exactly. We're all pushing each other. It's a community where we make each other better. And if you use ideas, this isn't a competition, so we're not stealing anything. We're sharing ideas and we all get better from it. So that's all that matters. There's no credit, Bruce. This isn't a competition. No one wins here. You can't steal an idea when you're building in a single player game at the end of the day. It's not like you're out there stealing them for build competitions and then acting like it's your credit. The credit is here. We just did a video on a stream of the build, giving them credit for how cool the ideas are and how we want to use different ideas and stuff. But just because one person does an idea doesn't mean that now no one else can touch it and that it's banned to use it. That's building in a game. We share ideas. If you're immature, so immature that you think that that's stealing the idea and you're not getting credit, then I don't know what like crazy system you're running in your head, but there's nothing unfair because we're playing a single player game where we're just building in our own personal worlds. The whole point here is to share ideas so all of our builds get better and we have interesting ideas that fill spaces that maybe someone's struggling with. Use rotten food to make the berries big. Yeah. The super growth stuff. Very cool. A really cool idea. Very little in life is original. However, be kind to others is not an original thought. Maybe we share kindness. Exactly, Jason. That's what we do. Need help getting details. I can make shapes, but not add details. Yeah, that's the whole point. That you can take any idea you see here and put it into your own base, because it's not a competition. We're all just trying to build cool things and have fun doing stuff we like. That's it. That's all that matters. I know he is, Sasher. But I gotta let him know that we're not children. Starting arguments and belittling other people online behind a computer screen just makes you look sad. Learned how to make a mic carpet. Very nice. What's up, Yorichi? Can't steal in a game that has so limited building options. Yeah, we're just all trying to figure out how we can push those ideas. Just post in the Discord. Take a look. We'll do. Thank you for your positivity, Timber. Appreciate that the most, and not bashing on other people. I get a lot of hate on my base because just a square, but it's the inside that counts. That's all that matters. As long as you're enjoying it, honestly, that's all that matters. We're all building in our own worlds here. So if you like it, have fun. That's all that matters. We're playing a game at the end of the day. We're just having fun. Get excited seeing similar stuff in other people's builds. Gets me hyped that I helped them or that we even had the same ideas. Exactly, Joe. As one creative person to another insanely creative person, is seeing your ideas used in other unique, interesting ways is a huge part of it. I know, Ducky, but we'll make it happen. We're just getting through it. It's limited since this seems like it's just about all the building stuff that we can get from Grounded 1, at least the way walls and floors and ceilings. Yeah, there's only so many ways you can do it. Even admin for your streams, I think it could help mitigate these things. Yeah, we have a couple people, but not a ton. We just have one troll that changes his name for every stream. No, Bruce. Anyone can use my idea. I'm doing the Enshrouded the way I've been doing it, not because I don't want people to steal my idea, but because I want it to be a surprise. Genius. I don't care. Use my ideas all you want. I literally live stream my builds, dog. You say that. I'm building my competition in silence because I want it to be a surprise for the judges. I don't want the judges watching me build it in the middle of it, getting preconceived thoughts before it's finished. All right, next up we have RCHS, MX, and Richie. This one is located in the new area. First build in the community garden. Fun little spot here next to the gate location and the wheelbarrow. Kind of an interesting one. I don't know this part of the map all that well, but honestly, there's so many resources in here. They all seem like good spots. You have your field station or ranger station really close, so that works really well. Good little spot. Very interested to see this one. We have majority pumpkin, which I love to see too. Very excited to see everyone's new builds with the new materials and stuff. Yeah, really like this little location, kind of like built in between this little, like two little fences. It'd be really interesting to see if this, in the long run, is an entrance and like how this changes and stuff. So always be a little cautious building next to these areas. But honestly, I do enjoy the little location as like your little kind of cove to build in. Definitely love the pumpkin. Oh, it looks so good. The windows are so cool. The stairs look so nice. The use of these others. I love that they gave us like 2 variants of these too. Looks so nice. Oh, you even have like builds up there too. Holy cow. Very interesting. All right, we'll go through the front. I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you for the follow, Kizthiz. Welcome to the community. Your little chill area down here. Love the use of like depth here as well. Always a good big fan of like depth in these to add little nooks and crannies. Always looks really nice. Adds a lot of detail. Love that these have lights too. It looks so good. I'm very excited to mess with all of this. Got a little crafting room that you've started out here. Like different chambers with all the different functional pieces. The arches look so good. You blocked off these areas to kind of protect it. Nice little cove to build in. Oh, these look so good. You don't even have to like try with the pumpkin. Not that you're not. I'm just saying, like, it just looks, it's such a nice looking material. Really cool. The orange is really interesting to use too. Their little towers. Then sort of pagoda style build, but with the new material as well. I really like the usage of the arches as well, with like little windows almost to make them a little bit different. That you like then scale down to the circular windows as well, so you kind of keep this theme going. Looks really nice. Nice use of some little structure, keeping this like open but also enclosed at the same time. Looks good. Dude, this looks really nice. I know this is a detail everyone's used, but it looks so good as a hand railing on these. And the structural piece all the way up the center. Nice little sitting area here. Kids listening to a story or something. Very nice. Sort of upper room. Another up small room. These look so interesting. Windows are so cool looking. The amount of detail it adds to the build overall is really cool. Just your upper little area. Scales match the pumpkin. Oh yeah, I'm really excited to use the snake scale roofs, but yeah, they are a pain. Gonna be the bane. I thought lint was bad, but oh man, it's gonna be a struggle. Got your nice little design there. Again, good use on the consistency of kind of using the depth here. Really breaks up a big wall, which is nice, but also kind of gives you a little way you could walk through and stuff. Another little exit over here. Gonna be nice. These look good to do together too. Like brown of the pebble also looks really nice. Like in the name of the buggy. And ooh, these are nice too. These are gonna look really good with these new materials too. Build this thing all the way around. Very nice. Go make sure we don't miss anything on the other side. So I'm not sure if they said they had another base. We may have to run around. I'll have to check my Discord messages just to make sure. Definitely a cool spot though. I hope nothing changes here because it's a cool little like cove to build in. Very protected, no bugs or anything to mess with your base. Builds are convincing you to use pumpkin. Yeah, I didn't need any convincing. I'm excited about it. Very cool. Very cool. I know it's not massive. And it's obvious you're still working on things and the detailing and stuff. But really nice. Really cool start. With how little time we've had, like, great start. With the messing with the new materials. I think you got a lot of nice little ideas going on here. Let me check my Discord. I was messaging this person. I want to make sure we're not. Okay. The Pump Goad. Pump Goda is what they're calling this base. The Pump Goda. Great name. Yeah, very nice start. You know, as you said, they said they're constantly evolving and working on this one, so still a lot of work to be done to fill it all out. But I think it's a really good like framework for the start of a build. Really cool use of the pumpkin. Even though it's only like 3 materials, being the pebble foundations, I guess the different roofs, and then the pumpkin and stem. But it looks like there's so much going on with the greenery and stuff in the pumpkins. It looks just really nice. Very clean, very simple. It's not like over the top, which I really like. Just really good use on the details. Just adding little stuff. I know they're still in the middle of it, as I said. But I think it's a really, really good start. First impressions, I'd probably give a 7. Of course, more to be done. So excited to be able to do like a retour of some of these as bases get further along. We all have many more hours to work with the new materials. But the fact that you have this much built with the new materials in this short amount of time is a really good start. The layout and interior, great start, of course. A lot of work to be done, so it's kind of hard to talk about the kind of layout or the interior itself since the details aren't done. But really like that you've already been messing with interior and exterior is the same kind of concept. So the base isn't just one big base. You have kind of interior courtyards, you have exterior courtyards that you're working on. Like once the detailing is done and you guys kind of finish it, this is 2 people working on this build. I already see a lot of potential for just the fun little ways. You're like tiering these different levels, tiering these outside spaces are really interesting, building up these pieces as well. Like on the outside, this is going to be one of those, like when you stand back and take a screenshot from out there at one point, this thing is going to look epic. Really good size. It's not overwhelming. It's not like an overwhelming amount of stuff built so far. It's a really kind of digestible amount, as my architectural teachers would use. It's not too big. But it's just big enough that you have a lot of potential to keep building with. So very, very interesting to see. Love that you're already building out over there as well. Utilizing the space, as I tend to suggest for people, pick an interesting location like this, and the build sort of can happen naturally. You already have these like natural stepping stones with different tiers, kind of continuing those different stepping stones and different layers. It just reinforces the interesting designs. Makes for really visually interesting bases. Even when this one doesn't have a whole lot of detail yet and they don't have all the stuff filled out, it still lets your imagination kind of run wild, I think, is what is always so fun to see some of this stuff. It's always a good start when you don't have a whole lot of detailing done and I'm already interested in what you're doing. It's a really good start and a lot of really interesting little details using the curved arches and stuff with the little window pieces as well. Looks really nice. The little turrets and towers that you got going on the sides are nice. Turrets and towers on each side over here as well. Really good use of those different things. The materials and exterior, I think it's a really good combination. You haven't gone too crazy. I think the pumpkin is a very visually overwhelming piece if you're going to start adding in a lot of stuff, a lot of different pieces with it, but you've got like a really good mix of the clover roof looks really nice, the green with the greenery, the little like moss pieces in the pumpkin, the solid look of the pebbles, and then sort of using a little bit of a lighter piece with the stem as you get up the pagoda is like, it's a clean, super clean aesthetic. Very simple, but it's not visually overwhelming. You're kind of letting the cool design of the new piece do a lot of the talking, and I think that's a really, really good way to do it. Very nice little start to it. Structure, not a whole lot of structure. I like that you are thinking about it, though. You have like the central piece going up the middle. Good use of like stairs going up the whole thing. Sort of a clean, simple aesthetic. You kind of have openings and stuff that are nicely placed where you don't have just a closed off box, but it's very open, but it doesn't feel like it would fall down or anything. I think is always a good way to do it. You've kind of added in extra pieces, so it feels very sturdy, like a pagoda would. Well designed overall. The functionality of it, not something we can really grade too much on yet. Of course, the pieces that you're working on are going to work. You've got everything sort of centrally located, so you don't have to worry about running all over the place to build this all out and to process materials. So 6 or 7 on the oh no, I said it, on the functional side of it, just because you're still working through it, of course, so it's hard to grade things that are in process for some of my my grading points that I like to talk through. But I think you're headed in the right direction is the main point. When you're at the start of a build like this, you're absolutely headed in the right direction with how you're laying things out. Very well done. simple but functional. The theme and continuity is kind of my favorite part of this so far. I think it looks really good. The use of the different materials, nothing's overwhelming each other. The use of this clover roof again with the pumpkin blends very well together with the greens and stuff, with the browns that are in the bottom of these pieces, and like the stem pieces of the arches look nice with the brown of the burr and the brown of the pebbles as well. So it's consistent. It's not overwhelming. It's very clean. It's very easy with a block piece like this. My biggest concern was that I would start using it and it would just start visually overwhelming everything, because it's a very detailed piece compared to the rest of the stuff we have in the game. But I think you've done a really good job just kind of keeping it simple, and not overdoing it, which is also a tough one. It'd be very difficult to do, to not overuse materials. You've got really simple, concise, consistent pieces throughout the whole thing. Just enough pop in these little areas between the windows and stuff, just to make it visually appealing, but not overwhelming at the same time. Creativity-wise, or theme continuity, I'd probably give you an 8 on the theme and continuity, just because it feels very clean. Now, again, more details needed as time goes, but headed in absolutely the right direction. Even the windows have like green and stuff, so it's really, really consistent, which I love, but not too much repetition at the same time, which I think is a good balance to have. Overall creativity, probably a 7 on the creativity. Good use of the materials. I think there's still more we could push as you detail this out. So there's always kind of partially part of the grading is there's so much room to grow, I think is the great opportunity with this base. But overall, I think you've got some creative ideas. You got really good use of interior courtyards, exterior courtyards, interior buildings, exterior buildings placed on the outside of the courtyards and stuff. You have courtyards placed on the other sides. Like, it's a fun little design overall. And again, really good base location. Would highly suggest, outside of the potential of this whole gate opening at some point, which would suck, a very cool base location for this moment in time. Hard to say in the long run what's going to happen, but really like just visually looking at kind of where this base is located. Really nice. Feels like a perfect spot where you would put a really defensible pagoda. But everything can only attack you from the front, so you're safe from behind. You got walls on each side. It makes, in terms of like a base defense location, also makes a ton of sense. Will work really well, and hopefully works in the future, and this gate doesn't get opened or something. Hard to tell, but very possible. But also we have all this room down here, so it's very possible that like this is the next update and this is the update after, and maybe this stuff doesn't get opened up too much. Hard to tell. Guessing we get some of this, but I don't know. It's really hard to speculate. As of right now, love the base location. And the potential, of course, assuming nothing changes, like you have a ton of room to grow here. You're already like expanding and building out to the exteriors. You have room over on these areas to build cool things. You have areas to build on these sides. You can always expand further forward. Like, there's a lot of potential with the consistent, simple, kind of clean look to the aesthetic, where you can just keep adding and adding, and it's going to look really, really good as you continue going. So very well done. Very excited to see. You definitely want to see pictures of how you continue adding details to this, because I think it's going to be really interesting to see the details kind of continue expanding. But overall, really well done. Really appreciate it. RCHSMX and Richie. Very cool start to a base. Definitely send more pictures as you guys continue working on this one. I think there's a lot of interesting ideas, and really cool to see the new materials. This is like our first build, like mainly made out of new materials too. So it's already giving me good ideas for how I'm going to use some of this stuff. Very well done. Another very fun one. Let me catch up on everything. Didn't read a whole lot of chats through there. Count, you guys been chatting like crazy. Pumpkin farm, building grounded 3 airships. Okay, here we were. Yeah, unfortunate, Yorichi, we don't have the super duper, but it'll probably come. We'll probably get something like that. That wasn't added until really late in Grounded 1. Always hard to compare early access when we have so much to keep adding. Wood version of the half curved wall, that would be really nice. We should be getting curved walls and all that in the next update, but yeah, we need more algae as well. Or just with throwing me off building with it. I don't know how to implement it. It's going to be a challenge. I think it's really interesting, but it's going to be some work. Lots of pumpkin bricks. Yeah, pumpkin bricks are to die for. Welcome in, Cat. Sorry I missed your message earlier. Build tours, stick around for some amazing builds. Yes, yes. Scale matches the pumpkins. Yeah, it looks really nice. Reminds you of an Aztec temple. True, honestly. They look really nice. Thank you, Grib. Thank you for the kind words. Them scales. Built a treehouse and took forever and was mad when you could chop burr for stems. It's never ending. It's a grind. Like kids. I invite others to watch this. It's too neat to share. Yeah, it's not me. I'm just the vessel to show off everyone's cool ideas. I got started in content creation because a different content creator allowed me to do a base tour on their channel, and I love giving that back to the community and giving people a platform to show off their ideas that they put a ton of freaking time into. So it's one of those. Love being able to share the ideas and the love that got me going in this whole thing. Very clean designs. Yep. Made of jelly beans. You know, oh, Joe, they're made of pumpkins. Chaps Tour Tuesday? Yeah. This is going to be nuts. I need half an episode to tour mine. Rock me? No worries. That's fine. Yeah, very good symmetry. Putting in work. Yeah, excited to see everyone's ideas and stuff. Hopping off for the night. Sounds good, Ship. Appreciate you hanging out, man. Catch you on the next one. Tier 4 and 5. Yeah, we have so much. There's so much to come to this game, so it's going to be really, really cool. We're going to get, if they're giving us Pumpkin in the second, honestly, this is our first real update. If we're getting Pumpkin, a whole new set in the first update, I feel like we're going to get a lot of really cool stuff by the end of it. Try to get the share set up. I am a Steam user, so would only be able to share the Steam stuff. Is that you can share Steam or Xbox. It doesn't make any difference. I can view both because the game's cross-platform, so we're good. Totally not updating my water build right now. You are, Joe? I finished. Mine's done. I finished it. I'm working on the video now, so I'm hoping to get that finished up. The video finished up this week, and then I'll get hopefully posted a couple days early. If not, I'll get the base posted so Chisel can view it. But it turned out so good. I'm so happy with it. An igloo would be sick. Just because we have ice. Snow would be an interesting one to build with. Metal would be really cool as well. I was always hoping that rust would become something that we could build with. Joey, yeah, the build's done. I haven't posted it yet. If you're not in the Discord for all the new people, I post in there a lot of my builds and my designs, things people may not see on stream and stuff, but my Enshrouded build is posted in the Enshrouded chat with a lot of ideas, and I will be posting the actual base to the build competition Discord here soon. But might be a couple days till I actually get it posted, finishing up my video and everything. Love to see some kind of adobe structure with the playground / sand. That would be interesting. That'd be really... I'll take anything at this point. I don't even care. Wonder if we can mix up shroom, pumpkin, and play to make a super brick. That would be interesting. More combinations is anything. Joey, I have not spent a whole lot of time looking. I'm going to look through all of them, but I've been so focused on getting mine done. What's yours? Just let me know what yours is called. Like, message me in the Discord and let me know which one it is so I can check it out specifically. There's like 100 of them, so I've lost the ability to follow all of them. But I've probably seen it, but it's possible I've missed quite a few of the newer ones. Pushes your creativity a lot because of the limitations. Yeah, exactly. It's like Enshrouded is the opposite. Your creativity is the limit, whereas Grounded, it's like you have to push the game to another. You have to push the limits of the game and your creativity of combinations and stuff. Only gotten through half of them. I will message you. Sounds good. Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to give thoughts whenever I can. All right. So, staying on track. Sniper Monkey is up next. This is the Butterfly Kingdom. One we have viewed before, but there's some major updates and stuff on this one. Sniper, you're going to have to run me through this a little bit because I'm going to get lost again. And I don't want to miss all the new stuff because I already got lost the whole time. But yeah, there's things happening if you guys can't see. Like, saw these earlier, the new pieces, these new curved corner pieces that we got in the game. Already really cool additions. Really interesting little design things you can do here. I can see all of us kind of breaking the game with these things. Like, this is just the beginning. There's so many interesting things. Like, these look so good, dude. Really cool little design pieces. Just having fun. Love it. The, like, flower, almost like your own handmade plants and stuff. You can have, like, lighting in here now. It does kind of give the effect of, like, the butterfly wings and stuff, too. Having these, like, fun little kind of ins and outs and stuff. Looks very nice. Okay, start here. I'm assuming we go this way. Yeah, really nice. This is going to be really fun. Just, I love the way these all clip into each other. This is going to be really fun to start messing with. Gives me so many ideas already of how this is going together to make floors. I'm going to have to get real creative. Sounds good, Joey. Yeah, the curve piece is already a great addition to this for, like, more details and stuff. Okay. Signs. I'm already just stuck. Like, all this is so interesting. Wow. Which way do I go? Where are the signs? What signs am I looking for? Just, like, following this, or should I start going around the outside? I guess I can't go that way, so we just run. Nice little use of these. Trophy room, nice. Nice little addition. More armory stuff. Such a big base. One of my most successful YouTube shorts was made because of this. Being launched off the edge for momentum. Again, gotta love the butterfly bridge. Doesn't look like this has changed much, but honestly still looks really good. It's a crazy part. Even with the new pieces, your old stuff still looks really nice. Really love how cohesive it is for such a massive scale. Such a hard thing to do. Yeah, definitely Grim. It's like, yeah, so much space to build. Love these. These are really cool. Like, creates a really nice... Because when you have these huge platforms, it always just feels a little off, but this is a great way to kind of make it in the best way you can in this game, since we don't have too many options, like to make this feel like the tree is like sprouting its own little other trees, like its own little limbs and stuff. Just go to each side in no specific order. Got the pumpkin patch. Oh, it really is the pumpkin patch. You weren't kidding. I'm surprised this doesn't crash your game, but maybe they fixed that. Sounds good, Ryorichi. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you on the next one. Oh, these look so nice. I'm so excited for the Founder. Perks of buying the Founder's Pack. If anyone's willing to spend an extra $10, I think it's worth getting these extra new little details that we get. A little hatchery. Little addition. Very nice. Butterfly round table. Yeah, again, really good use of all these. This is a ton of materials. Love it. You got your own little shooting range and everything. Don't go down here and get attacked. Cloverfield. Good use of all the different spaces and stuff. See that from above. Lots more detail than what I have. We all get there. There's a lot of hours put into this base. So just remember, when you see these massive ones, a lot of these have been worked on since the first release of the game. So don't try to compare yourself most of the time. Building on high and I have way too many add details and or width. Yeah. Is there a build limit? There is a build limit in creative. There's not a build limit in survival. You can turn the build limit off in survival. The butterfly round table. Oh, this looks so nice. This is a great new addition too. Great little design. Thank you for the follow, DC Villain. Welcome in. You're having a great night. Yeah, lots of hours of builds here. So much. I will say that I really liked that we had the jumping glitch on built materials though. Last time we went around, made it really fast to get across these massive bridges. I have 730 hours in Grounded 2. That's more than I have now. There's a height limit and width limit. Yeah. Fun little bug arena. Oh, these look so good. Dude, these are such good additions. Oh man, this is gonna be really fun. The little details you guys are already coming up with the new stuff is so good. Really fun. The petting zoo, very nice. I don't want to pet those though. I'm afraid of this petting zoo. Koozie lounge. Got all your materials for collecting down here. Works well. Garden Grove. Very nice. You have everything you need here built in very well. Nice little covered greenery space. Justin, thank you for Jutton. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Made our way around the bottom. Holy cow. It's everywhere. Run away from you. No, thank you. Holy cow, where are we going? I remember this being an absolute maze. Could have reviewed some of this footage so I remember everything. Oh, the Xmas Lounge, very nice. Good use of I love the mic carpet when you use everything. Jacuzzis, love it. Again, love the little details on all the bridges and stuff. Sap collectors. That's where the petting zoo was. Yeah, all survival is honestly even more ridiculous. Just getting the foundation of all of this set up alone. Pallet storage. Alright, I think we can go up now. Someone there? Uh-oh. I'm on it now. We got off. You have a dandelion tuft. Yeah, these are great little additions. I'm loving that. Sort of the detail it really needed. before the last review. No, there's a handful of people working on this world that have built like some little extra bases and stuff. If you're seeing some of the names, those are other people working on those. Doesn't look like there's major changes to those. It's the same bases in those locations. But yeah, they have some friends that came in and added little houses here and there. That's what some of this stuff is. Tundra. Yeah, the studio apartments. Exactly. And when you have this much build location, you gotta fill it somehow, right? Makes sense to just let friends come in and build in their own little house everywhere they want. And nothing better than having someone else do a lot of the gathering and collecting and then coming in and building stuff. It's clamoring for more growing materials. Oh, 100%. Yeah, more the merrier, in my opinion. Alright, we'll keep running up the sides instead of skipping all the way to the top. Don't go down there. Dub. More little studio apartments. Teamwork makes the dream work, exactly. So many ups and downs. It's so easy to get lost in this space. It's just things everywhere you look. Of course, lots of detail for their friends. Different areas, of course, but can't expect your friends to all play as much as you want to. It was always my struggle, was getting my friends to actually stay on and play. Because none of them can build like I do. Or want to build like I do. Yeah, growing milkweed would be really nice. As always, totally lost. Exterior base that's not quite done. The real party is when we get all the way to the top. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of the new stuff. Oh, the circle looks really good too. That's nice. Pay attention to these details. These are going to be really useful in different points in the building. Oh, this looks really nice. That's a really good use of those. That's a fun little detail as well. Theming here, as everyone might have guessed, is butterflies. I like that you use the supports and stuff as little extra details with the functional pieces. The tree was hollow at one point. I don't know if it is anymore. Looks like it is. Aha. There you go. This was broken the last time we came here, but now you can get through. Thank you for your sarcasm, Ducky. Very nice, man. Glad this worked out. So yeah, you are inside the tree itself now. For those wondering. Very cool. Fun little addition to be able to get into. We couldn't see this the first time we got to view this base. But very cool to be in here finally. I couldn't get the glitch to work for some reason when I was doing it, and they had just switched the game, messed with the tree. So very cool to see. Oh wow, yeah. Love how that works out. That's very fun. And love the use of the little candles and stuff. More lighting. Again, love for people who haven't seen this one before. Yeah, good, very well designed little storage room. Making hand railings out of the ant heads and stuff. They're very fun. The little butterflies on all the corners and everything. Need to upgrade the chest to pine. Yeah. It's expensive, though. Easier said than done, unfortunately. If we could just have them, it'd be perfect, but it's a rough grind. Is there any? Fall off an edge or something. I don't know what what lets you walk through and doesn't, so I'm almost scared to walk through some of this stuff. Pine over axle. Axle takes too long. Oh yeah, 100%. No, the axle ones are like you make 1 or 2 for yourself and that's it. They're cool, but they're too much. Did I miss anything specifically there, Sniper? You have a big base, so it's very easy to miss things. So let me know if there's anything I missed. As big or bigger than yours, Rock Me? Yeah, they've been working on this one a long time too. It's definitely part of it. Yeah, hopefully I haven't missed anything. Sounds good, Joey. I will, yeah, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out after stream. Take a look. Thanks for sending it. Makes my life a lot easier. But have a great night. Get some rest. Catch you on the next one. You think I got it? Very cool, man. Love that I was finally able to see the inside. This is a great... I love that you were able to, like, utilize the inside of it. Very fun. Alright, we're done with the troll. Come over him. On day 610, nice, Cash. That's a lot of days. Is my view distance set to epic? Probably. Probably not. I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. Sounds good night, Joey. Very cool. Love the additions, man. Love that we actually got to see the big inside portion and stuff too. It makes the whole up top area even more fun to be able to see like all the function and everything. Do you want me to go through a whole nother grading process, or are you more interested in just showing off all the new cool additions and stuff? Or if you're looking for any advice specifically, since we've done one review of this already, no need to do the full thing, but I can give some tips or tricks on specific things, or we can just call it there if you just wanted to show off the hard work. Loving all the new additions. Let me know when you're done with ads. It's already set to epic. You're good, Ducky. You're good. Awesome upgrades. You said you were working on lore, and now I want to know if the secret tree interiors are an illusion being cast or something. Quit playing for 3 months, which I now regret because I'm behind. Oh, you're not behind. The nice thing is you have nothing but time. We got 3 or 4 months. We have, honestly, 4 or 5 months between the winter update and the next update. So at the end of the day, like, we have a lot of time. A lot of time. Thank you, Grim, for the gifted. Appreciate it. Oh, and to Sniper Monkey. Let's go. No ads for you. Thank you, man. You guys are too nice. Such a good community. The butterfly mages. Ah, that's a perfect lore for the whole thing, too. Love it. Wonder if they will add a spot for zip lines up at the top. Yeah, I mean, you can do them pretty much anywhere, too. Got to do one of these for good luck. Oh, we're going to light the tree on fire, and the whole thing's going to burn down. Don't call the fire marshal. It wasn't me. Sniper, with your ads, do you want me to do any specific reviews? I know we reviewed a lot of this, so I don't know if we need to go through the whole grading process unless you want the full grading process again, or if you want any tips or ideas on specifics of what you've added, or just wanted to show off the cool additions and stuff. No worries. So glad you can't drown yet? Yeah, just wait. When we get the water update, you'll drown. They'll fix that for sure. I drowned a lot in the last one. Ducky, I think we'll be good. Yours, it's not 2 bases. It's it's 1 base and then your base. Yeah, you can't die in the water currently. Oh, these rugs look really good too. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. Everyone's told me that you can't. But I haven't wanted to test it. You might be able to drown now. They might have fixed it, y'all. Might be screwed. Yeah, apparently the cockroach nymphs in your base is actually a feature, according to some of the other creators. There is oxygen, but there was a point where you couldn't actually drown. Oh, we'll get to test it? Great. Great, Grim. Love it. Love that. Love that for me. But you're just cool and did something strange to make it work? No. Not started drawing. I've been farming algae all day. That's the life. It's me, but lint. I haven't actually done it, but a handful of other people in the community have. All right. I think we're good. Very cool addition, Sniper. Very fun. Love the new detailing and stuff. I know it's a never-ending process when you're building that big, but very cool, man. Loving the new designs and stuff. Lots of new little details. Love the extra details in the new areas and stuff. Very cool. 30%, 33% chance, of course. It's a funny addition. I mean, it makes sense. Like, if they have cockroaches in the game, it's like Animal Crossing, you know? If you have if you ever played Animal Crossing and you leave your base for a couple months and then you come back. Any tips? I mean, honestly, man, it's just more. Like, the detailing is there in the areas that you've done it. Just keep detailing the areas. I think if I could suggest anything, get up into that top area and just fill it out. Like, where you've detailed things, you're doing great. Like, you're on the right path, you're on the right direction. But I want to see all the upper area filled with things and stuff, and start making more rooms, utilize the invisible tree area even more. Like, just keep detailing the way you have, honestly. Everything you've done that has detail, I want to see in all the places that don't have detail now, which is the never-ending process of building a mega base. But I think you're headed in the right direction if you just keep on the same track, you know? I love the commitment with, like, the new curved pieces to, like, add more of the, like, butterfly wing effects. Find more story that you can, if you can find lore and story to add with the, like you said, the butterfly mages, like, more ideas. Look up things you could do with mages, rooms you can do to, like, add that fun lore into it, and just have more fun with it. Just stay on the path, honestly. It's never ending when you build that big, but you're on the right track. I can't say anything you added was wrong. I like the new areas that each space has its own little theme too. You've got the Christmas spot, the pumpkin spot, the butterfly circle, like, all those areas are what becomes interesting. You've got the petting zoo. Just, like, keep coming up with interesting things like that, and you'll fill up the whole thing eventually. But those areas are all headed in the right direction. Yeah, good type of never ending. Yeah, stay busy. Think about your pagoda base was still the coolest thing ever. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. I'm hoping we just keep pushing past the pagoda base and we just keep getting better and better. Good morning, Felix. Morning from the Netherlands. Nice. So crazy how many people from across the world join these streams. Heard if you fall off a certain spot and do it right, the nymphs won't spawn. That would be nice. Very cool. Magic berry orbs definitely need to show up. Yeah, honestly, the berry orbs, start messing with some of those. I think those would look really cool. The blue ones would look really cool in that base. That'd be a great addition. I'll have to work on the trampoline elevators of mine when zip lines get added in summer. Yeah. I hope I don't have to build. I'm going to build an elevator in my new base for sure. That's definitely happening, unfortunately. But part of the process. Spend a lot more time on my base and gathering mats when I get those gold cards, but I love the grind of this game. Everyone is so creative in this community. Yeah, we have such a good community. Grounded in general, not just our community, but the grounded community, minus a couple bad apples, they're, like, so good. They're just so fun. Everyone's so positive. They all want to help each other. Like, it's hard to find a game where people just, like, enjoy helping each other. Okay, next up is Hot Sauce the Boss. I believe I took a sneak peek at this one earlier. And another very cool one. Is it right? Yeah. Ever played Minecraft? Yeah, I played, my first building game was Minecraft. I played Minecraft in like the beta though, like 15 years ago, however long that was. I played a lot in that. I built a lot of really cool towers and cool stuff. You know, let's not ruin this. I'm going to turn off my screen for a minute. Don't yell at me for having the screen off, but I don't want to give this base away. There's a lot of cool stuff we got to see. Holy cow.
We could bottle that up and make a killing.
I need to eat. Food. Wait, I have a Billy Hog trinket. What? How am I getting eat or die? Huh. Here. Gonna die, there's no food. Help me. Under Spiraldo Towers, sounds good. I gotta find my way down first. Smeraldo. Holy cow, we are up here. Okay, we're good. Not dying anymore. Bear with me. Gotta get, oh, holy cow, hot sauce. This thing's ridiculous. Alright, we have a massive one. There's no time for you, Ducky. This is gonna take 6 hours to get through. Just kidding. I'm trolling you. Trolling you. Black screen, because I don't want to give everything away, because I was spawned at the very, very top of the base, and I don't want to show everyone everything until we get to the start, because there's a lot. Is this survival or creative hot sauce? That is one question for you. This is huge. What the? No, it's not 6 or 7 hours, but this base is massive. Massive, massive. Is this in survival or creative hot sauce? This is crazy. It doesn't matter one way or another, but this is nuts. This is in survival? Dude, you're insane. Oh my god. What the heck? Dude, what am I even... You guys. What am I doing? We could do 2 hours of this. This is nuts. This is huge. Tour Master Timber. Alright, we can turn it back on now. I'm back to at least the bottom. There we go. No, we'll get you done, Ducky, don't worry. This is gonna take a little while. He's a crazy good builder. Glad to hear it. I had him in the thumbnail, but I didn't actually see the extent of this whole thing. You're mad lad. All right. Next up, we have Hot Sauce the Boss. Base is located... Doesn't show my character. I mean, I'm assuming we're right here. I don't know why it's... Here we go. No? Oh, that's why. There we go. We're here, and the base goes all the way over to here and up the entire tree. And there's a lot of it. Like a lot of it. Taking a break off that bridge, gonna build a crossroads base there. Dude, this is... Just the bridges alone are a lot of work, dude. Holy moly. We're gonna have to blaze through this one. So much to see. After all this hype, you can't wait to see it? Yeah, Grim, you just get ready. I'm always amazed at some of the stuff you guys have done. As a mega builder, the mega builds you guys do impress me. A lot. Always crazy. Okay, we got the first start of this base. Fun little checkered pattern with the grass. We'll take a look at it from the outside as well too, but I'm just kind of running through it. Holy cow. Of the bridge floor, I might tinker with that. Yeah, that's the whole goal. Use ideas, see as you fit. There's no stealing here. All right, so we have Smeraldo Towers, which need a longer photo distance. Love that you like added these on the branches too. Those are really cool. Like Sauron's Tower, yeah. Cool little details. Like the way you've kind of created these little like peaks and stuff as well. Very well done. Like how on the inside it's sort of just a checkered pattern, but you did a really good job breaking this up and creating a really nice pattern on the outside here. I know there's not a whole lot finished on the inside, but really like the grass as a highlight feature. Looks really nice. Another one, I like that these are like floating too. Like they're connected, but they're also sort of just like magic floating towers. Yeah, you got all sorts of little floating things. Central piece up the whole middle. Love floating things. I know you do. So does Ducky. Really light and airy little spaces. Yes, airships. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, if you're building with those, just stick with them. Yeah, here's more. You can start to see why I was going. We started up there. That's why we turned the screen off, for anyone that was wondering. That's where we started. We had to come all the way down here. That's why I was going, holy cow, what are we doing? Where are we? Y'all are crazy. Run down here. Little kind of storage facility. Let me know if I'm missing anything crazy as well. Blocked off on the sides. Kind of run up these fun little huts. Good way to use the branches and stuff too. It's like not to have boring branches, but to kind of like add little huts and stuff to them is a great little addition. Get out of my house. Farming area. Oh, you did it too. Everyone making their own little trees and stuff. See, this is what I'm saying is like what I love is we just saw a base that does something like this, but everyone has their own take on it, their own unique kind of way we do it. Like we only have so many materials, but it's so interesting seeing like two people that have never played with each other, that have no clue, and they're just like coming up with similar ideas with their own takes and stuff on it. Like you just see cool, unique ideas from the limited options that we have in the game. It's always really fun. To get rid of this. You can see this cool basketball stadium. Oh, the snail stadium. Love it. I'm playing basketball. Great little stadium. Nice little sky. A big screen in the middle and everything. Fun design. Little one-on-one. Got it from Boss. Love it. It's like you guys like all take. It's a similar idea, but like they aren't ever copies. It's never just a carbon copy with these. Like they always are. We've seen tons of different basketball stadiums. They're all different. We've seen tons of trees. They're all different. Similar, but in their own unique ways. Different. They're always really cool. Get your own little tree house built here too. Very cool. It is a little laggy, so bear with me if I'm falling off things. It's almost like this is a huge build or something. One little tree. You have a game area for basketball? Yeah, I've seen some really cool little basketball stadiums and stuff. Always love it. Really cool, just connections between these different spaces and stuff. You filled up such a huge area with just so many things. Just a starter build, 1.0. True, it can't be a finished build because 1.0 is not out, right? Very cool. This is a great use of the new design, the new Founders Pack stuff. These look really nice. We're going to be using a lot of these in my new base, too. They look really, really nice. I wanted braziers so bad. I'm so happy we got these, at least with the Founders Pack. We didn't get the old man brazier. Aw, this looks really, really cool. Some of my favorite things is you guys, like... we've already seen 4 different structures. Between the basketball stadium, the 2 towers, all the little things, the tree as well, and then like a totally different tower design. Just like completely different materials, completely new ideas. Very different design overall, but like really well done. Good job with the lighting and stuff and the glowing behind there. Yeah, ooh, at night it looks even better. Oh yeah, this looks so good. The lighting on this is really, really well done. We're just doing reviews tonight, Vipnata. Tours are just tours. Tuesdays are just for tours, but we'll be building tomorrow and Thursday. Back to it. The lighting looks really good. Jump off and float into the garbage. Nice. The stink building. That's why it's so solid. Yeah, that looks really good with the lighting, man. Very cool. Ooh, wow. Even on the inside, the lighting looks nice. Another cool effect. Cool usage of the orc disruptors as well. As always, with the mega builds, you spend 60 million hours building out the outsides, and then you finally get the outsides done, and then you have to do all the insides, and you come up with another idea. But they eventually get there. Very cool. Building better stairs, use straight stairs. Yeah, I do prefer using straight stairs as like a curved design and over the curved design ones. Holy cow, that's something over there too. Dude, you are going crazy. Really good use of these details too. Love the tower design. Got to build a huge chandelier? Yes, please do. That would be perfect for it. Yeah, using the roofs to fill in the backs as well. If you're not using mushroom and stuff, that's always a good use. Holy cow. Some little details over here. Of course, because above ground wasn't enough, we got all the underground stuff. Nice little tunnel for all your little garden patches and stuff. Ducky, you got time? We're good. More little pallet storage places, more braziers and stuff. Thatch roofs are good for it. Yeah, they do look nice. More pallet storage. Love the little entry arch roof thing. Another nice little addition. Save the main one for last. Go to the stronghold. That's another little different design for the trees. Pinecone ones sort of show through. Oh, this looks really nice. Oh, yeah. Great little detail here. This is such a good little addition to these. Just a little detail that the devs added that looks really nice. Oh, yeah, that looks really cool, too. Our first kind of full mushroom structure we've seen. Very cool. No, that's always the struggle, right? Is you have all these other designs going and stuff, and then you get a new material, and then you're like, I gotta build more with this. Oh, dude. This looks crazy. Dude, the flooring. The bridges, the flooring. Oh, this looks really cool. So yeah, these are the quarter floor pieces here with the new curved fur floors. This is creepy and amazing. A little arch over the throne room, or the throne looks really good. Love the double archways.
Ah, that hit the spot.
Dude, holy cow. It goes everywhere. What the? I was not expecting this one. I saw the other stuff before stream. I didn't notice this, though. Dude, you've been going ham since the update came out. This looks crazy. Very cool. Loving all the little arch designs and stuff. Braziers on top. Very cool. Got it. Look at the ceiling. Didn't need water. Very cool little entryway up here too. Great use of the little ponds and stuff. Love the way you've utilized like all the space around this thing. This looks really, really cool. Really cool designs. Why has everyone got to give me jump scares? Why you guys got to do that to me? Son of Savvy, welcome in. Love these new windows too, the rush windows. Such a cool little addition. Got crazy skills? Definitely. Definitely. The fact that you've been building all this other stuff and then like just added this on most recently. Sway, welcome in. How did you get those pots that on the mushroom paths? The braziers? Is that what you're talking about, Augie? These? The champions braziers? I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. Those are part of the founders pack, so you can buy for $39.99 versus $29.99. You get the founders pack. So you get a handful, a couple of skins that you can wear. They're not armor, but they just look different. And then you get some extra with the new update. You get a handful of new building materials added to the game for people who have that specifically. Yeah, hopefully we get the full mushroom stairs too. Pinecone ones are freaking expensive. Sold, you're getting it? Yeah, honestly, and there's gonna be more as well. So I think it's worth it. I think the devs have earned $39 for this game. What are you doing here? The devs have earned $39. This is a $60 or $70 game, by all means. It's worth it. By the end of it, you will feel like it's a steal at that price. All your functional stuff in here as well. Oh, I even like walked. That was part of this. Nice. Very worth it. The devs will make it worth every penny. I promise. I would have paid $70 for the first game. Absolutely, hands down, no questions asked. And this game's going to be exponentially better. Yeah. Oh, and then the ceiling too. What did you do? Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's a nice use. God, you have the triangle, the stem triangles, mushroom triangles, and then you did a step design with roofs and the pumpkins. Very nice. And the chandelier, too. The orc disruptors, man. Crazy. They create such a cool effect. This looks really nice, too. It's a very unique chandelier. I haven't seen anything quite like that one. Such a moody spot. I love it. I'll drink that. That's why I like expansions. I can pay more knowing how good they did in the first part. Exactly. It's the great part. I don't even know if we're like 100% getting DLC. They just kept adding to the first game. But yeah, if they end up doing DLC, I will pay every time to these devs. They've earned it. I know it's been a slow process getting here with Grounded 2, but there's a new team, there's new people on it, and we're gonna get everything we want by the end of it. Just gotta bear through the tough early access periods at times while we're waiting. Interior details are insane. Yeah, the ambiance and the pumpkins and everything looks so good. So many different designs. Pet store DLC. Sap collectors, more little functional spaces. So much going on. All right, and then the main fortress. Nice. Love all the fun little designs you're doing in here. Tell what's happening. What's that? Oh, those are stairs. Those are the grass stairs in the room. Very creative. Hanging gnats and stuff. Hey, don't ruin this. Rude. Functional little stuff. As far as I know, this is just one person. This is just hot sauce. Kind of like the axle. The mites is a design choice, right? Same with the cockroaches. Like everywhere you look, there's just things happening everywhere. Crazy how many early access games are better than full release games. You get dished within a couple weeks. Exactly. Very cool. The main little fortress, your own little like living space. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate that. Very cool base for sure. Seating area. I don't remember how to get up to the top. Get up from up there? I couldn't tell. This way? Maybe? We still got to get all the way to the top. Ducky. You're up next. Don't worry, man. Got you. We got plenty of time. I'm guessing probably just take that, right? Doesn't look like this goes all the way up. Base has a nice flow of how you move around it. Yeah, it's like for how big of a base it is, it's not as confusing as you might think. Little huts and stuff on the side. Don't step on that or I'll fall to my death. Yeah, I saw the elevator. We're good. We'll probably do Ducky's next, and then I'll probably finish up after his. Because after that, we have a bunch of people that would like to wait till next week. So I think Ducky's will be the last. His new mega airship that he made. That'll be the last one of the night. Okay. I love that you made the tree look. You made your own leaves for the tree, dude. So cool. Such a cool addition. Can't believe how large this is. this in each space has a lot of effort. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lots of details to put on the insides and stuff, but like, I think what I love about these ones is like each place has its own like unique potential and stuff. The last one, the Victorian vines. Can't believe how large. Yeah, I read that. So massive. Yeah. Never ending hot sauce. Holy cow. Love that you added your own leaves to this whole thing just to make it even more interesting. MW, welcome, welcome. Yes, very inspiring. Lots of different ideas. Lots of cool concepts that can be messed with here. Ducky's gonna have a heart attack if you don't tour his. I know. That's Ducky. Don't worry, we'll tour it. Or we'll just end it right here. No. Very nice blending of spaces and shapes, definitely. I love that you like actually made these stairs too, dude. What? Alright, I should find the way to go actually up this, but I love everything, but I love these leaves. These look really cool. Tree is able to be gone into. I'm assuming at some point you can go into it. Most of them have a hitbox, just it's really high up. Kind of clipping into the whole thing right now. I'm actually scared, but I'm gonna fall through. Want to see everyone's build? Well, luckily, Ducky's is the last one we have on the list. Everyone else wanted to wait till next week, so that is the last build on the list till next week. Yeah, the fact that you made these like stairs into their own little tree limbs is so good. Very cool. It's a really nice little effect to like hide this stuff. It's not just big platforms kind of added everywhere. Really cool detail. Really like that. Can't clip into it yet though. Can't do too many airships. If you're Ducky, you can't. King of airships. Although I want to see the airship dock that I sent you. Is this walk through this? Holy cow. Can. Oh my gosh. It was horrifying. I'm gonna fall through it and die. I can't tell if I'm gonna clip through this stuff or not. Wow. Well, hot sauce. This was super cool. Every piece of this was insane. So yeah, into the grading, so we can get to Ducky's before he loses his mind. The first impressions, gotta give you like a 9 out of 10 on first impressions. Just the scale of this entire city is ridiculous. Like, everything. The building up into the tree, you have all the different builds. I love that every build has its own style, its own unique designs and stuff. It's really, really interesting and unique to see just all the different build styles that you've come up with. And it's not easy to be someone who uses like every material in the game and to build really cool things with every material. So it's like, it's very impressive to see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 different builds in one build, all designed completely differently from each other, but still have it all like kind of a semi-connected base at the end of the day still. Like, very cool, very unique. The layout and interior, in terms of the city overall, I think the layout's really interesting. It connects, like as Joe had said, like, or someone earlier had said, like the different ways. Like, it's pretty easy to navigate through. You're not super lost.
Just looking.
Hard thing about building like on this scale and building these like sprawling designs is that it's really easy to get lost typically. So I think you've done a really, really good job connecting them and just in making it flow nicely. You've connected it like by adding these details in. You didn't just have empty nothingness in between them. They're all connected by detail the whole way through, which I think is really fun. And it makes it super interesting to view as the reviewer here. So very fun to just see the detail in between them, because you very easily could have just designed each of these on their own and they would have been great. There wouldn't have been any issue with it, but you went like above and beyond connecting them, using the terrain, the tree, the limbs and everything. So I think that's done really, really, really good. The only thing I would give as a suggestion on the whole base is keep working on the interiors. Of course, as I can see, you were in the middle of a lot of this stuff, probably on the middle of a lot of this. And then Mushroom came out and you kind of took a right turn and went and worked with the Mushroom on the Corrupted Stronghold, which I think it's phenomenal. It's worth the detour, because I think you've done really good. The detail of like that interior, but would love to see these spaces detailed out. As you said, like putting a chandelier in there. It's all really cool. I can see the potential, and I'm not worried about you eventually getting to detailing these, because where there is detail, it looks really good. But like hammer down and finish the interior of some of these, and then move back to the new stuff and come up with new ideas, because there's so much potential for the interiors of these. So I would stick with it. But I know exactly how it goes to get distracted. I do it all the time. If you get in the middle of one build and then you get a little burnt out, it's really easy to move on to the next one. But it's always in terms of like honing your skills and getting better as a builder. As someone who is like an architect, I'm very detailed in exteriors, and I always have to really push myself to design the interiors well, and it will make you a better builder, to push yourself to build inside that base. Even though I know the exteriors are fun, because that's my favorite thing to design, like seeing stuff like this is what I absolutely love. But yeah, push the interiors. It's gonna make you better. Watch Ludorav's base tours. Watch Impasta's base tours that they've done. They do great interior work. The lore, the ideas behind those things helps a lot. Seeing how they do it. If you need those sort of a little bit of help on that, highly suggest checking out their stuff that we've done for tours on past streams and some of the base review videos on the channel. But I think you're headed in the right direction. Like, not worried about your detail work. I see it everywhere, but it always feels really good to like finish one thing and then move on to the next one. Similar to like the Corrupted Stronghold, like feels complete. The inside's got details. There's interior ceiling stuff. And yeah, as Joe said, the interiors help design the outside too. So if you get really good at laying out interiors, it'll help you design the exteriors even better too. But it makes you a better all-around builder. My favorite parts of these, the materials and the exterior, like you've showcased every material in the game other than pumpkin, which we just got, which you put your time into the mushroom. And so I can't wait to see what you're going to do with the pumpkin on the next base, because I have a feeling that's probably one of the next things you're going to tackle. But you've shown quite a good mastery of the exterior and the materials, so I have very little to say outside of like that concept that the interior does, at the end of the day, help your exterior designs. So as you work through interiors, it'll make your exteriors better, even better than they already are, which they're already really good. But yeah, absolutely. If I gave you, in terms of the layout, maybe a 6 out of 10, the materials and exterior, I'd give you like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Like, it's really good. Each design has its own theme and its own idea. It's very consistent. The lighting of all of them is really good. You have really interesting lighting. The exteriors of like using the leaves in these different areas is really cool. So it's like everything, you have some really unique, interesting ideas across the whole thing on the exterior. So really, really well done. Structurally, hard to grade all of them because there's so many things happening, but I don't know, give you a 7 or 8 out of 10 on that. It's hard to grade each one, but you've kind of showed like you can build these sturdy, heavy buildings, these floating, cool, like magical buildings, the floating towers and stuff. Like, you have a really good like idea and creativity in designing different concepts. So your structure is really interesting. It fits each base, where the towers sort of want to feel like these floating towers in the sky, and you use the limbs to kind of start them off, but then you can also build like a really heavy, big, strong tower. So it's like, that's another really well designed kind of structural piece. the whimsical floating feeling of the leaves being hiding the structure is where I really love seeing some of that stuff. Like specifically on the leaves, hiding the functional parts of stairs, being the stairs being structure and the floating platforms and stuff, makes it feel like you've made your own tree limbs and stuff. So I think you've really done well on the kind of interesting different uses of structure and stuff. Functionality, I think you could push a little bit. I think the only thing I notice in terms of like a survival base is like where are the hubs that you're even where you have your materials? There was some stuff in here, but I'm like, how are you getting materials up here? Where's all the storage and then the crafting areas and stuff? So maybe adding a little bit more of the crafting functional sides of things would help on the interiors as well. Kind of thinking of like every base, every building needs like a hub to build from is how I tend to think of them. So they need a little storage area, they need a crafting area, they need the processing pieces for mushrooms, or they need pallets for storage, and kind of seeing through those different ideas and how you can add those details into each one of the bases kind of help fill those empty spaces. But overall, it does function, obviously, because you're building these massive bases. So it has to work in some way, shape, or form, whether I see it or not. I think it's working at the end of the day. The theme and continuity of like each build is spot on, easy like 8 or 9 out of 10 on the theme and continuity. Like each one sort of has a material you've tested and you've worked really well with. They all have a little story behind them. They all feel really interesting. So it's like you've done a great job on the theming and the continuity of each one of the builds, and to have them all sort of fit in this larger build and be connected is also very impressive and works really well. The overall creativity, I don't know how to not give you kind of a 10 on that. Like, it's just every different thing has been tested and used, and you're building trees and stadiums and towers and massive towers and strongholds and like fortresses and floating bases in the sky. So it's like you've done everything. Like, there's absolutely creative through the roof. Just keep going. Like, keep having fun, keep enjoying yourself, build new things. Mess with new material combinations with all the new stuff, the snake stuff, the pumpkins, all of that. Find different ways to meld those together, and you're going to have more crazy bases because you're doing great. And the potential, again, I don't know how to grade you down outside of a 10 on the potential, just because you filled out the whole space, you've utilized everything, you picked a spot that allows you to just keep building, you have more space over here, you can sprawl and go everywhere. And by the end of this, you'll fill up this whole area with just craziness. So it'll be really fun to see. Very well done, though, man. Very, very well done. This was a really, really fun one to see, honestly. Very, very impressive. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. And please post more pictures in the Discord. Everyone who has done base reviews, post updates and stuff. We can't always do a bunch of re-reviews. I'd love to come back and see some of these things as they get updated and stuff. But if we can't get you on, post those on Discord so everyone else can see these things, because with the community on the Discord just keeps growing. Our Discord is getting huge at this point, so we have a lot of cool people building, and as these new materials come in, like, keep seeing cool ideas is going to be super fun. Very, very cool though, man. Appreciate you letting us check that one out. Very cool build. Let me get to some of these messages as well. Army of Chickens, yeah, if you don't know, See-Through, if you check out some of See-Through's Grounded 1 videos, I actually got into content creation because of See-Through. Me and him did a base tour of, well, he did a base tour of my pagoda base in Grounded 1, and because of that video that has like 150 something thousand or 160,000 views, I got into content creation because of the video I did with See-Through. So I know See-Through very, very well. We go back for years now. Many, many years. We don't know how much time this took to build all this, right? Interiors help. Yeah. See ideas how to add details, but would take a lot going into the floorboards. Yes, never ending. Your grandfather was an architect. He passed away a few years ago, but he did over 500 churches, office, apartments, etc. Holy cow. Pick out his nice work. His work. Yeah, you can pick out his work. That's awesome, Jason. My dad was an architect as well, and I worked in an architecture firm for a handful of years and then kind of switched things up. I'm not an architect. I don't work in an architect firm anymore, but I still work in the architectural industry. But yeah, was a designer for many years. See-Through's a very good build. He's actually doing a 4-person multiplayer mega build now. Oh, you've been working with him and 2 other people on his streams? Oh, very cool. Yeah. I probably have heard you talking But yeah, if you haven't checked out my pagoda base review army, check out that on his channel. That's how I got started. Almost all the chests on the airships have stuff on them, so look at them, and some are in the floor of the airship because there wasn't room. Sounds good. Want to join the Discord? Sounds good, Cash. Appreciate it. Talking about it the other day. It's what had me check you out. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, I try to stop in his streams every once in a while, but unfortunately we kind of stream at the same time. So it always makes it a little difficult. I used to be in his streams every single day, but now that I stream, we stream at the same time. So it always makes it a little hard to be part of his community and stream at the same time. So there's a new hydroponic farming pot. Do you know where you can get them? You have to beat the game. You have to get all the way through the new story to get the new hydroponic farming thing. But they are incredible. If you didn't see the beginning of this stream, go check out the beginning of the stream, Josue. We did, was it Mango's? Mango's base, right? Has used some really cool lighting. Yes, Ducky. Make sure you like the stream, sub to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. Appreciate it. Where am I? How do I get out of here? Oh, it's a hatch. Oh, I was like, what the heck? I didn't realize they were the full floors. I thought they were quarter floors. Showed that video on his stream of that first base was wild. Yeah, that's what got me started, was his base review. That's why I do content at this point. So honestly, I am here because of see-through. Crazy as that is. Dude, Ducky, this is so much bigger than I thought it was. I knew it was big, but holy crap. 6 years later. We'll go back to the beginning. Yeah, if you want those hydroponic garden patches, seeing what Mango did with the lights looks, oh, they're so good. 100k parts, holy cow. Want the Orc Cricket gold card, then I suggest waiting, but if you don't care about gold cards, go for it. Yeah. The bugged? What? So if I destroy this whole thing, we'll just crash, right? Is that what we do at the end of stream? We just crash it? If I destroy one of these at the very end? I think that would be pretty cool. Why not, right? Just found out we have hatch doors. Oh my gosh, Alfredo, yeah. Such a good addition. We all wanted those in the beginning. You made a flying Titanic. The whole thing is a ship, yes. I did tell Ducky to go big. And he went big. He went very, very big. Just as an airship. I want to say I heard from someone that they built one. Yeah, Ducky has built a handful of airships, but this one's a little bigger than the rest. Just a little bit bigger. Remove the ladder. It says all supporting it all, but it bugged and did. So you can't. Aw, dang it. That'd have been fun. It would be very funny. I think it would just crash the game and we wouldn't see anything, but yeah. Well, Ducky, you went big. You definitely went big. You listened. Uh-oh. No! Your hole's too small. Trying to make me fall to my death. Still climbing 3 hours later. Holy moly, this is freaking huge, dude. What? I'm surprised this isn't just crashing how big this is. Got your shooting range. 2 are over. Sorry, we're out of time, Ducky. I can't do it. I can't view it. I ran out of time climbing the ladder. Ready, set, go. Oh, they're wrestling? Like wrestling matches? Nice. I love how the armor doesn't actually sit on people until you look at them. Imagine you're shrunk in the park just farming, minding your own business, and The Brotherhood of Steel pulls up in this. Seriously, dude. Well, dining. What the? You would. You would. Get out of here with that garbage. Oh my god. Oh Lord, Ducky. Need a
Bright lights,
porch.
Bug City.
There we go. The barracks, little sleeping area. First person? What? My torch go. I hate first person. It's so hard to see everything in a base this big. I guess we're gonna have to go all the way to the front and then all the way to the back. Lighting area, what are those? Are those like lit up? Or are they just there? I don't see anything. What did I miss? I really need the jumping glitch from the previous update. Oh, the bomb bay. Okay, okay. In what hole? Down here? What do you mean the hole? The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. There's the kitchen. Ooh, these look so nice. Oh, these are going to be really fun to mess with. Oh, I love all the new stuff. What is the hole? Are throwing stuff? Who's throwing stuff? You mean like the archery range thing? Here? Well, yeah, we got to come all the way back. Oh, they're throwing axes. Where are the axes? His arm's falling off. I'm also good to do tours too, but completely up for it. This will probably be the last one of the night. Oh, there you go. The axe is there. Okay. I see it. No, we'll save it, Alfredo. It's all good. I had a crazy long day. So once in 3 hours when we get to the end of this ship. What fuel is this running on? It's definitely not environmentally friendly. This is like an in the world amounts of fuel. That, yeah, you didn't spell nuclear right. Good catch, good catch. Thing is massive. Save the best for start a stream next week, am I right? Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with starting with a big one. To the City of Trees in 4 days we will arrive. I mean, technically the front of it could reach it there, and then it would take 4 days for the people in the back of the ship to reach it. Why are all the armors so goofy? You have to look at them to get them to load right. Technically, yeah, the 4 days will be at the front. This is the back? Oh, no. And they're screwed. They're like a month away. They're never going to get there. Can you make propellers out of the leaves? That would probably work. Like cannons. Some more cannons here. Oh, yeah. Yep. The Rocky Browns and the cannons. Like the use of the snake roofs, too. Those look nice. Oh, you even have the turret in there, too. Tanks back here. You can get in them. Oh. Oh, they're tanks. I'm in. Didn't work. Oh, gosh. They have a few meals before the end made it, right? Go. You did kind of make propellers on one of your other ones, right? I'm not mistaken. I'll try to get in it when we go back. I just wanted to see what was over here too. Gotta do... I mean, we have to do one of these. You can't just... It's so big we can't even look at it. That's all I can see. That's the full range. You can barely see a third of it, a quarter of it. Hey, RC! Welcome in, welcome in. We looked at your base, very well done. It was an awesome base, that was really fun. If you want to watch that VOD back, it was a very fun one to see. I can't wait till you see the, till you get more details and stuff in it. It's got a really cool start. Oh, I have Handy Nat, good call. Why are we in this if I have Handy Nat? What were we doing? And using those hat doors as just a way to change up the design here and there, not knowing they opened. Wait, how do you get in the turret? Oh, there we go. There you go. That's fun. What do you need airships? Why does an airship need a turret? Is my question. Just logged in to farm materials and keep building. Yeah, very well done. I'm excited to see the details. No, the Handy Nat only has so much range too. I forgot. It's better than nothing, but it's not much. Never mind. It's a warship. But it would take them 6 years. If they landed, it would... Like, how do you lift this thing off the ground? Crazy science lady would shoot this out of the sky so fast, right? Lived up to your username? Yeah. Wish the Handy Nat didn't have a capped range. Yeah, it didn't in the first game. I don't know why they added that. I am actually really surprised that they added that. Quite disappointing. Hopefully when we get custom, then I can unlock it and do it again and have full range and at least survival. Seems like they're putting limitations on creative so people don't explode the game is my best guess. But I don't really know. Really happy with my treehouse. Now it feels inadequate. No, it's not. It's just more time. This is creative too, so Ducky's half cheating. But I mean, even after hot sauce, that was all survival. Dang it. What have you done to me, Ducky? Big, small. Big doesn't mean good. Big is fun, but it doesn't necessarily mean a small build isn't good. And a lot of the big builds are just people have had a lot more time invested in it, is all it is. Anyone can build big with enough time. Gotta drop off the military assets. It just feels so inefficient. You could never land this thing. It would never get back up in the air. You could carry a lot of ducks. Yeah, that's what we're missing, Ducky, is where's all the ducks? Disappointed there's no ducks. Okay, that's where we came in. You. Why did you have to pick earwigs? That's so gross. That's the, okay. A lot of little things going on. Pots, and these look so nice too. Love that. Yeah, the little kitchen and stuff. Little cafe with everyone's armor floating above them. Such a weird glitch. Ugh, earwigs. Ugh. Been working on a mega build since launch. Nice. Love to see them. Mini basketball hoop arena. Practice area. Chilling in the lounge. The Flying Duck Man, right? Honestly, that would be the name. The ship is a few feet long. True. It is true. Okay, it looks massive, but it is actually probably 1 foot long. I didn't think about that. It's actually not big at all. more barracks. I'm assuming they're all the same. Seems so. Those were owls at first. I know, the armor glitch is super weird. I don't know why it does that. Super weird one. Play on words from the Flying Dutchman, right? I need to look at all of them? What's the difference? They all look the same. What chest? Didn't just show up? I don't see it. Where's the chest? Normally it shows up with text. Oh, the next room? Okay. Just don't use the embiggening? Yeah, then it would be massive. Huh? Captain? Go... Oh. Huh? Go tell the captain.
Bright lights, Bug City.
I love this armor set. So nice. They have been cooking with the new armor sets. I'm really excited about all the new stuff. Get more building materials and it's done. Definitely it's massive already. Yeah. Sir, there's an unidentified ship on the starboard side. What should we do, sir? What should we do, sir? Yes, sir. These guys like the cannon guys? Yeah, the map room or the war room. The army of chickens. Yeah, these are gonna look so nice. I love this. What are these guys doing? Need more chests to tell me what's happening. Where's the story? The anti-air. Okay, yeah. That's what I guessed. You definitely went big. Is this the bottom? Is the new pine cone? Oh, it's the snake. Ooh, this looks so... I didn't know what the inside of this looked like. I haven't built this. This looks really interesting. This is going to make some really interesting inside builds. That looks really good on the inside of a ship. That's like a very ship kind of feeling with like the rusty everything. That's going to look really nice on the inside of builds. Super expensive. But great. It's going to be great. Is that black ant room? God, I have not... We need to finish the story tomorrow or something because I need to get all this stuff. I need to get everything unlocked. What do these guys do? Captain made the call to just fly right into the other ship. It would take it out, right? You wouldn't even have to worry about it. Like a bug hitting a windshield. Honestly, in this game, though, it's almost scary because they are bugs. Missiles. Alright. Great. When will we arrive? Ready our troops for arrival. Shoot it down, of course. You fool. Fire. Oh, that armor looks so good. Very nice. This new throne looks really good too. I don't know how we're gonna have to use that. More gunships on the side as well. Wait. What do you mean wait? The missiles work? What do you mean? Oh. Okay, Ducky. Good job. That was cool. Props. I gotta give you props on that one. That's sick. What? Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're dead. We blew up the airship. Unfortunately, they're so inconsistent. I wish they weren't so inconsistent. The first one went out. Well, almost. Than the stuff they are saying in chat so you can read it and write. I feel like, did I not read it? The missiles are a great addition, dude. Love that. Oh, I freaking love the other chandeliers too. Those are so nice. Got your starships. It's like an X-Wing. It is creepy how his head's floating. Hurry! Ready the starships. You can get in them? How? The ladder? How you get in them? Spot's already taken. Airships has airships. Airception. Oh, they have hatches, duh. Take off. I'm not used to the hatches yet, dude. They don't look like hatches. It's so new. It's new tech. New tech. I gotta get used to it. I haven't unlocked all the new stuff yet. I don't even think I've gotten to the point where I unlocked hatches. I haven't built a whole lot either. Ladder's here just to get in the plane. I'm afraid we're gonna fall if I try to get in this one. Very cool. I don't want to fall off the thing though. They're taking off. I love the commitment, Ducky. To things actually working. Very cool. Use so many hatches for vertical burr. Dude, that's a really good option for it. I'm gonna have to remember that. That's a really good idea. I wanted burr walls for so freaking long. Chamber of Secrets, right? Oh, that looks nice too. So many things. And then your bed to go to sleep. The captain's quarters. Did we get it all? I think we got it all. There's the, You can see the outside here. Oh, there's the anti-air turrets as well. Be cool to add SSS science. Things that lets us float in the air without supports. That would be cool. Or let us use science to, like, sort of do, like, logic, like redstone and stuff. I didn't get it all? What else is there? What did I miss? Where are you hiding things? Where else is there things? We looked at that. We looked at this. Went through there. Ooh, that's not a hatch. I thought that was a hatch. Captain's room. That's a chimney. What did you hide in here? Nowhere to go. Is there a hatch on the floor or something? Now I'm actually looking for him because now I know what I'm looking for. I mean, I got it. You don't have to type it. I understood it. Wait, where did they go? Where are they hiding? Oh, you hid them underground. That's why I was not understanding it. Thought they were all with the people. Great. When will we arrive? Ready the troops for arrival. Shoot them down, of course. Yes, sir. do... No, this way. Captain, there's an unidentified ship on the starboard side. What should we do? Shoot him down, of course. Yes, sir. Sir, our fleet is heading for the city of trees. We will arrive in 4 days, sir. Yes, sir. Great. Oh, great. When will we arrive? Wait. Now I'm out of order. You got me confused. I got these ones. Those ones made sense. So, sir, our fleet is heading for the city of trees. Great. When will you arrive? 4 days. We will arrive in 4 days. Yes, sir. Ready the troops for arrival. That seems right. That was right? Got it. I think we got it. We worked it out. It's not ideal that you can only write 6 words on each one of the chests, but I think we got there. Did we get it? Can't tell me that wasn't right. I got big brain. I want to see like earwigs crawling all over this thing since it's the SS Earwig. Creepy levels. It'd be nice to create custom notes or something like the signpost in Minecraft. Yeah, it would be nice. Especially, I mean, like once you get into like playgrounds and stuff, it's a great option to have. Or a notebook, yeah, like a journal or something. That'd be a good way to do it. Some dude on the sidewalk outside the park. Why is there a flying sub sandwich over there? Sounds good, Felix. No worries. Have a great day at work. It's all right. We're almost done anyways. A Subway ad. Sir, our fleet is heading for the city of trees. Great. When will you arrive? We will arrive in 4 days, sir. Ready our troops for arrival. Sir, yes. And Captain, there's an unidentified ship on the starboard side of the ship. What should we do? Shoot it down, of course. Yes, sir. I got it. I did it. I did it. Yeah, good luck at work, Felix. I'm going to be going to bed soon. We're going to turn in for the night as well. W. Bill Ducky. Sounds good. Grim, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Be no eating fresh on this sub sandwich. I mean, it's just earwigs, right? It's the earwig sub, so... Ugh. Guessing this is the starboard side. I don't know anything about ships. What's the starboard side? Sir, your head's out of your plane. Fixed it. Oh. But I like the handy net. Where am I? I'm turned around. This is the starboard side? Is there a ship somewhere? I don't see anything. Subway shop. It's a massive airship. No, my light. I don't see anything. Where the people were training. Saw a ship out there in the start of the video? Oh, we missed it. How did I not see that? Two days till we'll be to the training area. The training is in the place where they were throwing axes. A buggy? Where is that? We'll just hop. Oops is hopping. What time is it? It is 10:24. There it is. Oh, I did see that at the very beginning. Yeah. Just here to get to the ship. I'm hit. It's on fire. Oh no. He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. 1:24. Holy cow. Yeah, Pacific Standard Time. Wait, what is that? Oh, is that the awning? Oh, that's cool. That's a cool detail. It's the little things, you know. Oh, first person. Thing, because I can get in the ship or something. $12.25. Yikes. Beautiful little ship. The ant. Click C. Because all the lights. 5 p.m. Where are you? What the heck? This amazes me where the heck you guys come from. Oh, he's sitting on the toilet? Sitting on the toilet? Sitting on the toilet? I missed the ghost gnat in the first game. Thought maybe we looked at the outside of the ship. I did. We've been looking at the front of it the whole time. Outside of Pittsburgh? Wait. 5 p.m. in Pittsburgh. What? What? Wouldn't it be 12? 1? 1? 11, 12, 1:30. What? Am I crazy? 5 p.m. Oh, they go to work. Okay, I'm lost. Okay, I was like, something's wrong. I'm lost. Okay, it's 1:24. Yeah, I've been looking at, we looked at the whole outside. I promise you. Were you distracted the whole time I was flying around the outside? I flew around the whole front multiple times. I stay up late as well. I know the feeling. We looked at the front. What are you smoking?
Giddy up! Me riding a spider around just makes... Now we're talking!
Every time. Round the outside. Round the outside. To trailer park, go round the outside. Round the outside. Round the outside. We flew around this thing. I know, we looked at it. You were distracted trying to type up your words. We looked, everyone saw it. I promise you. Promise. I looked at this for like 20 minutes. Look again. Don't tell me I live my life. I know, it's a nice shape. Is this, yeah, it was in creative, yeah. I do like the shape of it. It looks good. I'm glad you didn't just do like a flat thing the whole way. This looks nice. Now, this needs to look like the inside of one of Ludorav's bases, because you have so much empty space down here, you could make chaos in the side of this. Absolute chaos in here. It would be really fun. Look at all this space. That's all you got to do now is fill it. I mean, first impressions, out of 10, big AF. Big AF. That's all I can say about it. Big AF. The layout and interior. I think that's the biggest place. The level of detail still needs to get higher when you're building this big, because you have a lot of empty big spaces. So just keep filling, more and more filling. Stick to one build, of course, as I tell you many times. Keep sticking to it. Add this level of detail that you add with the story and stuff. Add this level of detail everywhere is what I want to see. Add more barracks, more different things. Because it's not like bad. I mean, you wanted it like that, but that's what it feels like. I'm the one raiding here, okay? Okay? That's what I've always felt like, is the insides could use heavier amounts of detail. The places that you put detail are cool. The story's good, the ideas are good, but the empty spaces, like 15 ships, more ships, because the ships are really cool. The details that you've added, but then it just feels lacking when you've got a 3,000 foot ship. Some of the spaces just feel a little bit empty is all. Don't need more beds. I have the exact number of beds as there is people. I didn't say more beds. But add, like, make the rooms more interesting. Make them a little bit more livable. Make the, like, little details and stuff. More lights would be really cool. That'd be a great one. Welcome, Shikaka. Good to see you. Faye, you'd have to ask Ducky on this one. Now Ducky has to do it in survival. Can put the day on. Huge. Go all the way to the front to see it. Welcome in, Cam. Welcome. Folks are spectacular. Got a bounce. Really enjoyed this and everyone's builds. Appreciate you, Timber, and have a good night. Sounds good. Hopefully we get to see you again, Cash. We do Tour Tuesdays every Tuesday. We took a lot of breaks, but we should be doing them moving forward. Yeah, you don't have to build with resources in survival. You can just play. You just get to build automatically. There's no, like, blueprints. You just build. The crap off the side. He's technically touching grass. That's fine. We can see it. Putting on notifications. Awesome. Love it. Yeah, so the layout inside, like, I think what you have, the details are really interesting, but, like, keep going with them. Because, like, the ships are really cool. The fact that you can interact with everything. Like, the bombs shooting off, the story of people firing off to the side, the little ship on fire. Like, I love those little details. It just always, when it's this big, I want to see a lot more of that stuff. I want to see that story filling every inch of it. Because then, that way, the big spaces don't feel as wasted. Your old treehouse is the city of trees. Makes sense. Makes sense. The materials and exterior, I think you could work a little bit on the exterior. I mean, a lot of the materials are the same. I think, like, messing with why certain things could be part of what you could work on. Like, I really like the way this looked inside, but then start working on, like, why is it this material on here, but then crow roofs here. And just kind of, like, adding more details and stuff. Now you have way more detailed materials and stuff, so I get it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Don't take it personal. I got to give you suggestions of where you're at and what you could do for the next one, because every time you've done a build, I see more improvement and more improvement, but we got to keep going, you know? It is creative and anything but practical. Oh, yeah, nothing practical about it. Just chaos and big for fun. Add stuff bugs like soldiers. Yeah, they could do more training drills, more different ideas. It's always easy in big spaces to kind of use repetition of different things. So, like, they're all, the axe throwers are doing essentially the same thing. So find ways to, like, mix those things up. Could be one way to help with it. Again, with the exterior, now they have more materials and stuff. Mix with the materials. Make them feel like they're a specific material for a reason. Like, it would have been cool to see less STEM. I know you're working with materials, but, like, moving forward, now that we have more materials, really differentiating this material from this material could be interesting. Like, that's one thing to do. The structure of it, there's no structure. It's just a ship, so that one doesn't really count. The theme and continuity, again, you can't really... The theme is the airship, and I think it fits the idea of airship, so it really can't, like, grade you down on that. Like, you followed through with the idea and the concept of it, so I think it works out. Break-in. Bet no one is being naughty. Oh, geez. World building. Haven't seen that YouTube short.
Anything interesting out here?
We're in. Functionality, it's creative, so there really isn't any function to it, but like the story, like the what you did a really good job on is the functionality of the individual things, the rockets, shooting off. No, don't worry, Ducky. It was a joke. Yeah, I love the functionality that you can get in the ships, you can interact with the different things. Like, keep that stuff up. That's what makes creative really fun. I'd love to see you when Playgrounds comes out, if you're gonna like get into the storytelling and stuff, mess with that side of it, really get into the storytelling and those things. I think that would be a really interesting one to do. I think it would allow you to get really into the different stories as well. So that could be a really good fit with you. Chest right where? I don't see a chest. Fine one. Where? Donde? Fire. But yeah, if you're gonna play with stuff like this, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with Playgrounds. I don't see it. What are you talking about? Right where? There's no pine chest. This is a armoire. It's an armoire. What is it? I don't get it. Oh, it's a smiley face. Okay, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I think what you should do is next, when the Playgrounds update comes out, I feel like that really fits your play style. I feel like you would have a lot of fun storytelling with Playgrounds and working with those different things, and it would allow you to do the functionality of stuff like this at like a totally different level. Because like this is where I think you're having a lot of fun with the build, and I think it's the most creative is when you're like interacting with things. You can interact with the ships, you can get in, you can tell that story, and you can actually create that story, I think would be a really good one for you. So I feel like that would be the next natural element for you, because you tend to build in a more story-based way. So survival is probably not, these are not survival bases. But I think I'd love to see your next build in Playgrounds when that comes out, because we should be getting that within the next couple weeks. It should be coming out in February. So with that, I think you would have a lot of fun, and it would fit this. I liked the ships. Get out of here. Don't put words into my mouth. Thought they were cool. The fact that I just said the way you could interact with them is really cool. I said the burning ship on the outside. I said they look like X-Wings. They're very cool. But design more ships. I just want to see more creative ideas. Don't use... Like, if I'm just trying to help you get better because I've seen a lot of your stuff. Don't use repetition as a crutch in your designs. Come up with... I feel like the perfect thing to look at for you was BMW's base that we did in Grounded 1. He had, like, 16 different ships in one build. And, like, airships. And, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, details. Don't use repetition as much. Like, try to come up with 4 different types of ships or something like that. And replicate a couple of each ones. But in creative, what I want to see is like an entire ship bay of these. Like that's what takes this to that. Like individual ship is cool, but when there's only 2 of them in here, it leaves the space wanting for more. So it's like your one ship design is really interesting, and the ship design on the outside is, I think, even cooler. I know there's 3, but I'm saying like in these spaces, you would see like 6 or 7 different types of planes. You'd see like 2 or 3 of one plane here, 2 or 3 of another plane, 2 or 3 of another plane. Like if you're building in creative, really push not just big, but detail in your spaces. That's what really makes this stuff come to life. And like every time I see your stuff, you're getting more interesting ideas. The interaction, I think, is the most fun, where you get to like go in the ships. You get to go in the tanks. Like the tanks are cool, but I want to see more tanks. I want to see like keep pushing that element where like you have these big open spaces, and that's the trap that a lot of people fall into at the end of the day, is when they have a big open space, there tends to be like not enough stuff going on it. Even if there's one really interesting thing like the tank, it's a really cool design. There's so much open space, so you either have to build on a slightly smaller scale or build build on a slightly smaller scale with more detail in it, or if you're going to build on this scale, build just more more options. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Ships under repair or construction. Yeah, people working on the ships. Like, if you're telling that story, push the story so much harder, because that's what's going to take these to be the really, really interesting, over-the-top builds that, like, are going to be stuff that we can't stop looking at. And it's like the little details are there. You have moments of them, but you've spent more time building the massiveness of this space, which I think looks daunting and cool on its own, but now that's that one more step. If we're gonna keep doing base tours, essentially, is like, didn't want to say this, but I'm making a comic book for the lore. That's awesome, dude. And that's where it comes to life, is the lore just has to be driven home. That's why Ludorav's bases are so crazy, because you look around and it's not just a space. Every inch of his spaces are completely filled. And that's where, like, playgrounds will be really interesting for you, because you'll get to build that functionality in that I can see that you're enjoying, with, like, literally building rockets that work and stuff, like, which is such a cool idea. I'm excited to see those things, but I have big, lofty goals for you, because I see the potential, and that's what you want. Is I see the potential in what you're building, and my excitement is that I can see you going further and more, because you do keep building new things and you jump from projects. So it's like, you want to keep building, keep pushing lore, keep pushing ideas, push the funny little stories, the people telling them to do specific things are what makes it so interesting. But then, like, this is where I'm talking about, fill these spaces. What is this space? What's happening here? Why is this space here? Think also what would help you is maybe a little bit more planning in the beginning as well, because you've built this massive ship, and then you're trying to put the story in it. A good mixture of that would help you a lot, I think, in this, because the spots you've thought about, the bomb bay, the cafeteria type spaces, like, these spaces are filled, but then you've built on such a large scale, because this thing is massive. Like, this is one of the biggest things we've ever viewed. That's the hardest part about building big, is you end up with these big blank canvases and not enough ideas to fill them. So start thinking about a little bit of the lore while you're starting the build process, while you're doing the overall kind of design of things, so that way you don't end up with any of the empty spaces. Because, like, these spaces are fine. Like, there's no problems with these spaces. You can tell what's happening. People are eating. Don't be afraid to switch some of this up as well, too, though. Like, although it's working really good in these areas, again, the repetition is where you loses a little bit of that detail work. Like, filling space just to fill it doesn't create as interesting of a story as where they're shooting missiles and there's ships. Or same thing, if there's one ship being shot down by this massive airship, they'd be probably attacked by, like, a battalion of rebel ships kind of things. And so think of it like there's 4 or 5 ships attacking, and they're all kind of, one's flying at the ship, one's flying sideways, and that, like, pushes that level of detail to that, like, next level where you're at. Because, like, you have the little shooting areas here. This room feels thought out. It has ideas. You can add maybe more details and stuff on top here, but, like, it's the empty spaces when you build this big that get really hard to fill up with just endless ideas. It's hard to have endless ideas. They're not eating. It's like the command room for Star Wars ships. Okay, but even so, if I'm missing that, it's because there needs to be a little bit more differentiation between these spaces, because it's hard to kind of tell, like, without a little bit more details. Are they looking at screens? Are they looking at, like, what are they looking at? Each person is going to have, like, you get to that level of each person here is going to have a specific job. They're not all going to be doing the same exact thing. There might be like 3 or 4 people doing the same thing, but if you look up an image of a starship, they're each in their own little command center. I mean, you can with enough effort. I promise you. It's just, really time consuming to add that much detail. So building on a slightly smaller scale will help you not feel so overwhelmed as part of it. You won't need to fill such large spaces. Like if this ship was like half the size it was, you probably could have had all of this detail in it and it wouldn't feel like there's empty space whatsoever. But that's just me trying to push you to that next level because I see potential. And that's like each one of these rooms, dormitory rooms, are typically semi-similar, but there would be someone in here sleeping or standing here changing their outfit. They'd be looking at the mirror. Like Luderav had like armoires, mirrors and stuff to like add those little extra details. Sometimes it just comes to like thinking slightly outside of the box of like, it doesn't have to be a literal representation of what that item is to make the story work. You can put one chest and tell your little story with the chest of the dialogue of like, oh, what am I going to eat for dinner tonight? Oh, I have to be up at 300. Like my shift starts at this time. Like those pushing that story to every element instead of like having empty spaces and stuff where the build's so big at times. And it's like everyone's not going to be sitting doing the exact same thing. It's like, look at Luderav's stories. Because Luderav's built with just as many armatures as this too. I get it. It's a process. But look at his stories for how he tells there's different factions. So instead of like everyone is wearing the earwig armor or the wolf spalders, like there's different factions. So in that room, the command center, each area that they're working in would have a different outfit, a different, like they'd be a different level of command, and then you can start telling that story through different armature sets because there's so many of them, similar to the way you did in the command room, where like the captain has a different armor set, the people around him have slightly different armor sets. Just like start spreading those things up, and just those little differences, even like here you have these guys in slightly different ones, like that starts adding more and more and more to it. What's up, Brochacho? Welcome in. But like if these guys are all doing something slightly different, make these guys the ladybug, make these guys the wolf spalders, make these guys doing something different in a black ant or a red ant, or if there's command levels, there's red ant and black ant. And then there'd be fire ant when we get that. And like that's how you start adding those details. But I would highly suggest watching more of Luderav's base tours and like how he separates different factions and tells those stories with the armatures and stuff, because you're headed in that direction, and it's just that next level again, because you're headed in the right direction. Things are working. There's interesting ideas and stuff, but I want to help you get to the point where these spaces don't exist, because your creativity is there at the end of the day. I don't want you to take this as a negative or I'm like bashing your ideas or anything. I see the potential in what you're building. I see your creativity in these little moments, and I want to see these moments more. So I want to see these spaces and stuff. That's why I'm always telling you to like go to the next level for when we do base tours and stuff, because I can see it. If you spent more time, I know it's hard to have the patience to keep going and finish these because you want to show off the cool ideas that you're working on, but the more time you spend up front before the base tours, instead of rushing to get more and more and then starting the next base, if you spent another month on this thing would be next level, one of the coolest things we've seen. So it's like the potential is there. You just got to push more time into it, and that's what I think makes the builds, like in my world, that's what makes it exciting, is it's seeing the detail grow little and little over time. It's pushing it to that next level. In every room, every detail gets it there, every story. Yeah, you were only working on this for 2 days, not a month. Exactly. Spend a month on it next time. The builds we're making we're spending a year on. I've spent 2 years on a base. So start thinking, especially in creative, like 2 days isn't enough to tell the stories that you're trying to tell. I think you could tell exponentially cooler stories, and if you're making a comic on the lore, spend a month on it. Like put that effort in, and you will be so proud of everything you've made. It is impressive, but plenty of room for more stories. Exactly. Like the ideas that you have going are there. Like they're cool. There's really interesting ideas. There's cool design pieces, but just keep going. Like we'll take a break from reviews because I want to see how far you can push a build like this. I don't care if you work on this, work on a new one, but don't focus on doing tours over and over again. I promise I will do tours, but I want you to like really get passionate about one of these designs and like spend a month, not 2 days, That's like, you're selling yourself short, I think is what I'm trying to say at the end of the day, because I see potential, but 2 days is not enough to design and build something this big. Like most people would spend 6 months to a year building something this big. Even Luderav in creative would spend 6 months to a year building something this big and detailing it out. And it's worth it at the end of the day. Like, it's absolutely worth it. You'll be so proud of it. It's like 2 days is impressive, but imagine if you spent 2 weeks doing this. Like, that's what I'm saying is, like, it will come together and it will be so freaking cool, and you will be very proud. Like, you're proud of it, and I'm proud of it. It looks cool, but it will be so freaking cool to get to that detail level and show everyone, like, how good your skills are, how cool designs you can make, because you just got to keep going. Time spent is always worth it, I promise. And I will do that tour with you, but I want to see every inch of a space like this filled out. Even if you're going to move on to the next build, whatever it may be, keep working on this, keep filling the spaces, keep telling the cool stories. Like, you're headed in the right direction. Stick with it. But I want to see this level of creativity, the airship outside being shot down, the tanks, the ship, the smaller ships in the bay, the docking bay down below, like more ship designs, more interesting things. Like, let your creativity flow. Like, let it absolutely go and fill everything, every inch of it. And it will be one of those where, like, everyone is going to be like, dude, holy crap, this is crazy. Because you'll get there. Ashley said, Tim, you're a great human. The way you interact with people, you're touring, very encouraging, patient, and kind. World needs more humans like you. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. I'm always trying to, like, I see the potential. Like, my goal is always to see the potential in people's builds. And I am a dad myself, so I'm always trying to help, like, push people to that next level and get that next new idea and find that new inspiration, because I think we can all do better. We can all create more interesting designs, and it's just unlocking that little bit of creativity, that one little new idea. So I always am, like, slightly critical because of my architectural background. Like, that's part of it, is I went through critiques, and I always hated because the people who critiqued me were horrible at it. They were not positive. They always just wanted to find the negatives in what you did. Whereas I want to find the things that I love in a build, and I want to, like, force that idea that, like, I want to see more of this really cool stuff, really interesting designs. Because there's always something interesting in a build, but oftentimes we all get stuck in our own heads. We get stuck in our designs and stuff, and we stop pushing the good ideas, and we get a little complacent and stuff. Like, I find myself doing it, and it takes me having people in our community saying, dude, go bigger, go do this, change that, adjust this, add this idea. And whether we use them or not is not necessarily the point at the end of the day. It's that we can all push each other to be better. We can all design more interesting, bigger bases, more detailed bases, better laid out bases, like better functioning bases. We can all make things better. So, like, the whole point of these reviews is just to make everyone's builds as cool as humanly possible. So when we all stand back and look at our work at the end of the day, we go, like, I'm proud of that. Like, that was worth the effort. I'm excited about this. And not that we're not excited about them where they are currently, but as someone who's seen the builds go ridiculous levels, I've seen the biggest bases in the games, I've toured them personally, I've seen how good builds can get. That's like, I know everyone can go a little bit further, and I want to help you push just past your limits a little bit more and show everyone that we can be a little bit better and you can do a little bit more, just because it's so, like, satisfying, such a gratifying thing to be able to do when you get pushed past your limits just a little bit further. Not even close to finish. Yeah, there's, like, so much potential here, but you have to finish it and fill in all the space to really take advantage of all the potential. Did you see what's on the table in the captain's room? Yeah, the sour staff thing, the wither sting in the burgles. What happened to Milkman? I'm not sure. We were wondering what happened to you, Shikaka. We haven't seen you in a minute. Spent since launch on my mega build, so time is definitely key. Yeah, more time is always important. 2 days is not enough for a mega build. Mega builds take, even in creative, mega builds take a lot. They take a lot of time to really fill out, to really get them to the level. When you build on this scale, it just takes a different level of detailing overall. It takes a lot of time. Love that overlay on the floor. I am stealing it. Yeah, not exactly. Not stealing it. We love sharing ideas here. Absolutely love sharing ideas here. That's the whole goal. In the shadows training some more. Oh, geez. I'm scared. I'm scared for what you come up with. We have new materials. We're gonna break everything. But, Ducky, honestly, it's really good, man. You're always heading in the right direction. I see the potential in everything you build. I just want to push you further and further. After seeing tonight's builds, I have to have extra time to add more details before the tour. No worries, Alfredo. All good, man. I'm a little sad because I really want to see it, but I will accept it because build crazy stuff, and I'll allow you to have as much time as you want because it's worth the wait. I'd be embarrassed if you guys see my survival base. Never, Coda. We have crazy, massive builds. We have small survival builds. Like, that's the goal, is to come up with new stuff. Oh, sorry, Brochachos. I didn't notice you raided me. I did not get a notification that you raided me. My bad. I appreciate the raid, by the way. Welcome, raiders and stuff. I did say what's up, but why didn't I get a notification of that? To be honest, same. Take as much time as you guys want. Don't feel rushed. If we can't do tours, we don't have enough stuff. I'd rather have you guys show what you want to show overall and not feel there's no rush. Don't feel like you ever have to rush anything when you're doing these. Like, there's no reason to feel rushed. I can lean on other people that have other builds. We have other people that are ready to do it next week anyways, so we're good. No worries. Came up with several more expansion ideas just tonight. Nice. Some of these bases made me feel like I need to build a lot more, even though I've already got a lot. Hey, you don't have to build more, but the goal is to feel like there's always more we can do. No build is ever done at the end of the day. That's the way I think of it. There's never a finished point in a build. You can always add a little more. You can be done and move on to the next thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll get to your Discord and when I'm done streaming, Ducky, I promise. I'll respond to it. But we can always push them further. Like, you can always go a little bit further. You can always add more. There's always new ideas that come up. There's new designs. You can redesign. Like, you can go forever. Just saw the funniest thing. I'm going to make the cleanest farming room. Did y'all know you can put sap collectors on mushroom walls? Straight up, no weird angle, just mushroom wall sap collector in production. That's nice. That's very nice. Good little tip. Want to go back to your survival base? It was really good, man. It was really good. Came up about a year of building, just running around the past hour. Yeah, that's the goal, though. This is all to inspire people to build more and stuff. Nice, Ducky. Nice. Yeah, Coda. The whole point is that I do these tours to help people learn, to help give ideas, give inspiration, give people a platform to show off their hard work, their interesting ideas, to give other people inspiration from those ideas, so we can all build cool things together. And someone's idea, someone's design can help inspire your design will help inspire their design. The big bases will inspire everyone to push further and build bigger, build more interesting or more detailed, build more detailed small bases. Like, that's what it all comes down to. Why I joined tonight, new ideas, exactly. That's why I love doing these. I get ideas from everything. I have ideas for hatches from Ducky's base. I have ideas for lighting from 3 or 4 bases tonight. I have so many ideas for pumpkin walls. I have ideas for mushroom walls, for the windows. Like, I get inspiration from this, so I selfishly love doing this because it gives me ideas so I can build cool things for you guys to get ideas from. So it's just this never-ending cycle of pushing each other to that next level at the end of the day. I love it. I have a great time doing it. My favorite thing, so. But it is 11 o'clock. I'm going to call it here. Appreciate everyone coming out and hanging out for another Tour Tuesday. Another awesome night of base tours. I'm super excited to see where everyone starts going with the new materials, just from the couple ideas that we had tonight with just a few of the new materials. Like, I'm scared to see all the crazy stuff you guys come up with the new materials and stuff. Like, we have so many options now. It's going to be really fun. Yeah, it was a long one. That was a massive, massive base, Ducky. But yeah, I appreciate everyone. Make sure you like the stream, sub to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch to keep up with us. We will be back tomorrow night. I'll be working on my mega build in the new area, working through some of the story as well. Join the Discord if you want to see everyone's cool ideas and everything. as well. But I will be back 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow night and Thursday as well. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their nights, good mornings, wherever you're from around the world. Appreciate everyone hanging out, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.